All right. Fuck yeah, Monday show. We're back. Let's fucking do it.
I'm about to focus, I'm about to spit out the world's greatest show. Yeah, this is it. Better prepare your ears, it's gonna get insane. This dude's out of his mind, does he spits his name? You ain't Judd, watch tribes, it's time to begin to talk about Judds and make fun of them. Shit in the trash world, oh lord, the world's on fire. Beyond parody, shit is getting dire. Religious bullshit, you know it make you feel like dying, cause it touches more children than an OBGYN. But go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show, and it's coming your way. For the Dusty Show, it's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow. It's time for the Dusty Show. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow. It's time for the Dusty Show.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to America's most trusted news source. It's the Dusty Show, the only show worth watching on YouTube, believe it or not. And thank you guys for joining me. We're back on a Monday. We missed the Friday show. It was Valentine's Day, and I had shit to fuck. I should do. So, got a little drunk. I might have got a little drunk. You know me. I like to have a drink of wine or a box from time to time. So, hell yeah, had a good time. So I hope you guys had fun out there on the Valentine's Day. I was due a day off. I did pretty good. I did like 2 whole solid weeks worth of 3 shows. So I ain't hating on myself too bad for it. So anyway, hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me. Hey, man, I already started off bad today. So first off, you guys know that I shoot this show in my bed. It's true. I'm sitting in my bed right now, and it's adjustable bed, and it's broken. The whole fucking thing won't relax. That's why I'm sitting up so far the goddamn day. All the way up goddamn here, and like that's why it's like shiny over here, because it's all lifted up towards the lights. I can't fix it. Fuck my life. What are you gonna do? You know, I'm poor, and being poor sucks. And you know what else happened? Goddamn it. Woke up this morning, I had an email from the IRS. They're like, well, yeah, we sent you a notice. So I had to go log into my IRS account. And they're like, oh, hey, we didn't tell you this before, but you owe us $3,400 from 2021. No! So anyway, wiped out my bank account on that. It's always goddamn something in this fucking universe. But, you know, can't keep a good man down. So I got to get my ass back to work to pay off Uncle Sam. Fuck you, Uncle Sam! Wish I was rich enough not to pay taxes. That would be fucking nice. Anyway, as always, the super chats are open. No questions dodged. It's all answered. It's literally my goddamn job. Over here, boom! $. Click it. See what happens. You'll love it. Change your life. Donate money, and I read words that you say. If you donate a whole lot of money, I'll read it in my sexy voice, baby. Make me read you sexy super chats. And all right, let's go ahead and kick off this incredibly depressing show. I don't know. You're like, hey, this show's depressing tonight. It's always such a bundle of joy around here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Another bad week in the hellscape in which we all find ourselves. But hey, at least we're all in this together. And that's what fucking counts. So let's go ahead and kick it off as we usually do. A little Chud Watch.
Chud Watch, talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chud and make fun of them.
And meanwhile, Mississippi, our food giveaway is suspended until further notice. We have been notified by Mid-South Food Bank that funding has been suspended and we won't receive any deliveries until otherwise notified. Continue to watch our Facebook pages in the event something changes. They're cutting everything, folks. Plenty of money for tax cuts for billionaires. Plenty of money to eradicate the people of Palestine. Plenty of money for Donald Trump to go do vanity tours around the fucking country to NASCAR and the Super Bowl. But not enough money to feed our hungry in this trash, goddamn piece of fucking shit country that we now all find ourselves trapped in. So sucks, really, to be honest with you. Like, what is our tax dollars going to go towards? He's not lowering the tax bill for middle class people, for lower end people, only for rich people. So if our tax dollars are not going to feed the hungry, what are they going towards? Well, I already know. We're going to genociding the Palestinian people. And for Elon Musk tax cuts, everything for them, nothing for fucking us, folks. And for those of you just saying, oh, they're just trying to cut the budget down. No, they're not. They just requested $4 trillion for the Republican government, y'all. They are not trying to cut the government. They're just trying to cut the jobs, the funding for the poor. All the rest of the money is going to go right to the fucking top, y'all. We're going to cover this more in a second, but it ain't stopping them from spending all the money in the goddamn world on themselves. No limit for them. No doge anywhere to cut down on this corruption. Trump burned $25,000 in jet fuel doing laps around Daytona.
Are looking at Air Force
Yay,
One
America! Hey, we can't feed our people. Your kids got to go to bed hungry. We're going to take your mother's Medicare from her. She got to eat cat food and die. But at least our glorious leader got to fly around in circles above NASCAR. For a bunch of mouth breeders, the dumbest of goddamn among us who sit out in the fucking heat all day and watch cars drive in circles. Yeah. Super cool, America. Are we fucking great yet? And of course, conservatives falling all over themselves to praise him for this. Because what an alpha specimen. All comes watermelon head Charlie Kirk. Breaking! President Trump is taking laps around the track in the beast. You guys ever notice that a lot of Donald Trump's nomenclatures revolve around him being the Antichrist? More on that later. At the Daytona 500, the man never stops. Yeah, he never stopped sitting on his ass, driving in circles. He never stopped spending taxpayers' money. Never stops emptying our coffers directly into his own pockets. What a hero! Wasting $5 million taxpayer dollars to drive around in fucking circles. Hooray! The best among us. Meritocracy, baby. And let's break it down. Air Force One costs $800,000 to $1 million. His motorcade, $200,000 to $500,000. Secret Service, security, $1 million to $2 million. FAA airspace, $100,000 to $300,000. Staffing, $200,000 to $500,000. Additional emergency military resources, $100,000 to $500,000. Yeah, cool, $5 million, baby. Sweet. Hell yeah. When you're the president, they just let you do it. I couldn't help but notice. He had his little granddaughter out there, and she's woke. She's woke as fuck. What is this wokeness? I thought what was that? Elon promised, y'all. Elon promised. What was that? But can you imagine if Joe Biden had spent $5 million to drive in circles, and then he brought his granddaughter out there dressed in a rainbow flag? They're shoving it down our face. Elon would be tweeting about it, and then be on Joe Rogan. They won't shut up about this. I didn't join the right. They forced me to join the right by shoving this in our face all day long. He had his granddaughter out there, in front of everybody. In the rainbow fucking flag. Rainbow in front of everybody. Woke everywhere. It's destroying our society. But of course, we don't have the infrastructure to play the game like they do, folks. So why they take every little bit of nothingness and blow it out of proportions all fucking day long, we can't return fucking fire because we ain't got it like that. And then Trump basically just declared that he's a dictator, I guess. I mean, we already fucking knew it. Democracy died November 20th when this country decided to commit suicide, but he ain't fucking trying to hide it. He's like, he who saves his country does not violate any law, which is a quote from a movie that Napoleon supposedly said. But yeah, that's just him saying, I'm a dictator, baby. Some people are like, hey, a lot of people are taking this to mean that he's saying he's going to defy what the courts do whatever the fuck he wants to do. There's no checks and balances anymore. But other people say, hey, I think you guys are missing the point here. He's actually sending a message to all his cretins, all his cult members, that go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want to do in the name of saving America. Nothing's against the law, baby. Just like January 6th, where they try to overthrow the government, install me as a dictator. I pardon every one of them. Do whatever you want to. I'll pardon all you people too. There's no laws anymore when you're a right-winger. They're just trying to put it in our fucking face, dispirit us. They can do anything, we can do nothing. They rule us, and we just have to fucking take it. And their little minions out there trying to sell this diarrhea to us continuously. Jack piece of shit, big post it. He who saves his country does not violate any law. America will be saved. What must be done will be done. Yeah, hey, we might have to kill you all. Hey, we might have to suspend the Constitution, but it's not illegal when the president does it. That sounds familiar, Mr. Nixon. And of course, Elon. Yes, yeah, we're going to break all the laws. We're going to throw you guys in concentration camps. We're going to send you to the worst rape prisons in foreign countries to own the fucking left. What are you guys going to do about it? Nothing. We're just going to die. That's all we're going to do. Sorry. I wish I had better answers for you guys, but that's the situation we find ourselves in. There's no way to fight back. Nothing we can do. It's all over. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. And, of course, the rest of his minions are like, the American people are with you. You are our living constitution. No, he's not the living constitution. Oh, my God. Whatever. You are the law. Fuck the Constitution. The Constitution is whatever you say it is, Mr. President. So, sounds bad, but I guess it's fine. Who gives a shit at this point, right? And, speaking of, he who saves his country does not violate any law. Murder Bay has just entered the chat. Why doesn't that apply to Murder Bay? All right. Murder Bay was just defending his fucking country against enemies. Domestic. All right. Free Luigi, but no, they gotta kill him, folks. And then, the best take on this, as always, comes from advice from Lewis, who is my favorite content creator besides myself. I love the, it's too late. I love that line. Fucking gold, no notes. Anyway, here is advice from Lewis explaining the he who saves his country does not violate the law post.
Donald Trump just posted, he who saves his country does not.
Let me turn it up so you guys can actually fucking hear it. All right, here we go.
Donald Trump just posted, he who saves his country does not violate any law.
What does that mean?
The French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte said it right before he orchestrated a coup and seized absolute power and ruled with total authority, which he used to abolish the election, censor the press, and destroy political opponents. He then reintroduced slavery in a French colony.
Okay with this happening?
Listen, even if Trump wanted to break the Constitution, he wouldn't be able to. So you can stop fear-mongering. You think Trump would actually become a dictator?
He shut down federal departments, ignored the rule of law, defies court orders, is now requiring loyalty pledges from new federal officers, and is advocating for a third term, which is illegal 10 days into his presidency. Yes, I think he's trying to become a dictator.
Look, I know I said Trump's not a part of Project 2025 and that you were fear-mongering, even though he was a part of it the whole time. But now I'm okay with it because he's just doing what's best for America. So if he actually becomes a dictator!
How are you okay with surrendering and sitting down like a good boy to a grown man who doesn't even know who you are?
You act like because I've made Trump my identity, I just defend whatever he does out of fear of being wrong. Truth is, if he has to break laws for America to be great again, then so
And when was America last great?
Back when chocolate people and women were property, it's too late! It's too late! 2024! I'm stuck in my way! There's nothing you can say to convince me I'm wrong about my beliefs! I'm glad to give all my money to Trump. I'm glad to give my rights to Trump. Once my wife, then I'll give my wife to Trump. To give my life to Trump, then I'll give my life to Trump. The livelihood of my wife and kids do not matter anymore.
Basically, that's what it sounds like. We're talking to cult members. It's too late. Everybody's gonna die. We're gonna save you all. We owned you. Yeah, we all lost our jobs, and we're dying with you, but at least you're dying with us. This is all we got. This is all we are. We're the most petty, disgusting people on earth. Just... Man, this is why I don't talk to most of my family anymore. Like, I don't have any respect for them. Sorry, you're all stupid. It's like talking to, not even children, monkeys. It's like talking to monkeys. No thanks. But don't worry, folks. Hey, regardless of what you think, Trump does not want to be a dictator. Unfortunately, he might have to become a dictator because of what we're doing to him, says Mechie and Kelly. Trump may have no choice but to defy the courts. He doesn't have any choice, y'all. The last thing he wants is to become a dictator, but he can't help it. He's trying to save America, and we won't let him. He has to become a dictator for our own good, y'all. All right? Better listen to Mechie. She is very bipartisan on this whole thing. And apparently they're trying to make Donald Trump's birthday federal holiday. Okay, sure. Why not? GOP bill, make Trump's birthday a federal holiday. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney today introduced the Trump Birthday and Flag Day Holiday Establishment Act to officially designate June 14th as the federal holiday to commemorate President Donald J. Trump's birthday and Flag Day. This legislation would permanently codify a new federal holiday. No modern president has been more pivotal for our country than Donald J. Trump. As both our 45th and 47th president, he is the most consequential president in modern American history, leading our country at a time of great international and domestic turmoil, of which he caused. From brokering the historic Abraham Accords, yeah, hey, there's peace in the Middle East. Don't Google it. To champion the largest tax reliefs for the super wealthy package in American history. His impact on the nation is undeniable. That part's true. It's undeniable. His impact. Anyway, just as George Washington's birthday is codified as a federal holiday, this bill will add Trump's birthday to this list, recognizing him as the founder of America's golden age. Hooray! Yeah, put that man on Mount Rushmore immediately. Haters are going to say it's a cult, but no way, folks. He is just the greatest man among us, and he loves the military. Like, we really got to name, it's going to be Donald Trump birthday / Flag Day, okay? Because not only do we have to praise and worship and celebrate the greatest president of ever, but we have to put it on Flag Day so we can also mix it with patriotism. Because if there's one thing we love, it's Donald Trump and the troops. But also, Veteran Affairs Secretary, I just fired over 1,000 employees. Yeah, apparently they fired 1,000 veterans today. So, yeah, they love the troops, though, folks. Don't get them wrong. We have them flagged after him. Just don't think about it. And what a coincidence. Apparently, first, Trump announces the creation of the U.S. Sovereign Wealth Fund. He says he wants 50% of Ukraine's rare earth minerals. He tried to have Zelensky transfer it to the Reconstruction Development Fund. The head of Russian Sovereign Wealth Fund is also part of the delegation meeting with Rubio in Saudi Arabia. They're all meeting today. Folks, in case you're a child and you don't understand what's fucking happening, let me explain it to you. Trump is trying to set up a sovereign wealth fund so that he can take $4 trillion from the government and then have his own slush fund. They're basically at the point with, yeah, I could take 20 billion from my crypto scam coin, taking bribes from everybody, which I did. But what's 20 billion when you can take $1 trillion from the American people? So they just asked for $4 trillion. I'm guessing he's going to take 25% as a finder's fee. It'll disappear through his slush funds. They say Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire. No, it's going to be Donald Trump. Going to be so fucking wealthy, not on paper, not on not publicly, but privately. Going to stash away. They're looting the fucking coffers. They're not ending government corruption. They're not getting rid of all these fucking jobs because they want to lower the budget. No, $4 trillion for their budget. It's more than it fucking ever has been. But they also want the money from the people working in the government. They also want the money from all the tech workers that they're firing, right? Which is why they're getting rid of all the illegal aliens, all the migrants picking the fruit, because that's your job. Former Washington employees, former tech employees for Meta, that's your fucking job. Get rid of the middle class, jettison themselves, separate themselves so that they already have more power than we could ever combat, but they don't even want there to be a question about it. Destroy whatever's left in the middle class so there's nothing but the super, super, super mega wealthy, and then the rest of us the fucking bottom, so that we have even less of a chance to fight back than we already do, which is already not. That is the fucking goal while Trump skims, $1 trillion for himself. And the shitty part is, if you ask MAGA people, they could find out that he did that. They'd be like, good. I'm glad he's getting some for himself. He deserves. There's so much waste in government. If Trump takes $1 trillion for himself, well, that's earned money. That's meritocracy. Good. I hope he takes it up. That's what they'll say, folks. They don't care about their own lives. They don't care about the children. They don't care about their children's future. All they care about is the orange fucking goof. And they rule us. What can you say? But I'm not trying to make you depressed, folks. At least we're all in this together. At least we can watch it collapse together. At least they'll be hurt fucking too. So, and all empires collapse, though, folks, too, is I want to say, Most of us will probably survive. It might be tough for a while. Might be some hard roads ahead. But most of us will make it through and help pick up the pieces and rebuild what comes after this. This is just a dark time in our fucking history. But together, we will get through this, most of us together. Just got to keep our heads up and, try to laugh about it, I guess, because it's a joke. This country's a fucking joke. They voted for a murder clown, so here's the murder circus, And he's a Russian asset. What can you say, folks? They've already decided that Russia gets everything it wants in the Ukraine war. It gets all the territory that it's conquered already. Ukraine gets nothing. Good day, sir. And also, Ukraine has to give up 50% of their mineral rights. Here they're asking him, is Russia going to have to give up anything? No, is the answer.
Do you see any future in which Ukraine returns to its pre-2014 borders?
Well, I think Pete said today that that's unlikely, right? It certainly would seem to be unlikely. They took a lot of land, and they fought for that land, and they lost a lot of soldiers. But it would just seem to me, and I'm not making an opinion on it, but I've read a lot on it.
I'm not making an opinion, although my opinion is the only thing that matters. Pete just parrots everything I say, but I'm going to pretend like this is Pete's words, so I don't take responsibility. Well, I just let you guys know what we're actually going to do. Yeah, they fought for that land so they can keep it. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Sorry, Ukraine.
It's too late.
And then on the hellish cavalcade, Trump is signing an executive order today to fund public schools that require vaccines. Yay! Measles, mumps, it's all back on the menu, baby. Fuck your children. But also, pretty much public schools could be a thing of the past for too long, so I guess it's not going to matter. But, hey, seems bad. I'm glad there's no pandemic on the horizon killing all the birds. And then, yikes. Spotted at Kroger. Man, I want to go put signs like this at fucking Walmart, but I'm afraid I'm going to get lifetime banned from Walmart, and then I'll starve because that's the only place to shop here is the Walmart. But this is what you voted for. It is. That's what you voted for. You voted for polio for your children and $8 eggs. Good job. But they like to put it in our face, too. I see posts all the time. Why do the left think we give a shit about egg prices? We don't give a shit about egg prices, you stupid liberals. It's like they're owning us by saying that. And look, we know you don't care about it. That's why we're making fun of you for it, because you pretended to care about it and nobody believes you. And now you're admitting you're lying the whole time. And we're just saying, see, we saw right through you. We know you're the people of nothing. We know you'll say fucking anything. We know that you have no moral backbone, no integrity. You'll literally just spit whatever diarrhea comes to your mind and say the exact opposite of Mark. We already know that. You're not owning us by pretending that we fucking believed you because we goddamn didn't. And, why did they delete this? So they asked Trump about the record high egg prices. And, of course, he immediately blames Biden. They fucking deleted it, though. Here we go.
What's your egg prices have reached an all-time high?
It was before I ever got here, it was at an all-time. This didn't, remember, I've been here for 3 weeks. And when you saw the inflation numbers, I've been here for 3 weeks. I have had nothing to do with inflation. This was caused by Biden.
It's Biden. It's all Biden. The buck stops somewhere else. I'm never responsible for anything, baby, even though I specifically said I would cure it on day one. I would get those prices down right away, fucking day one, or just immediately. It's not my fault. It's Biden, baby. Yep. We know. 3 years from now, when egg prices are triple, he'll still be saying it's Biden. It'll be somebody else's fault. It's never his fault. No responsibility. The same people that always tell you take responsibility for your problems. Don't blame other people. Don't pass the buck. Own up to it. This is their leader. This is who they worship. The people of fucking nothing. The fakest motherfuckers that have ever existed. Then, in the brain trust that's running our government, apparently they fired a bunch of people who were overseeing our nuclear stockpile. That sounds like a great idea. Trump administration official fired more than 300 staffers Thursday night at the National Nuclear Security Administration, the agency tasked with managing the nuclear stockpile. Good. What the fuck do we need them for? Why do we need to maintain a nuclear stockpile? I'm sure it's fine. Just let it sit there till we need it. What can go wrong? Then there were like, oh, fuck. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have fired all those people. So then they were like, come back to work. But it turns out that they lost the contact information for a bunch of them. So they didn't know how to reach them to beg them to come back. Trump administration wants to unfire some nuclear safety workers, but can't figure out how to reach them. Just peak American government right now. Hooray, us. We are definitely not the laughing stocks of the world. And folks, hey, of all the people who have been convicted falsely in this country, of which there's so many, DNA evidence proves people innocent all the fucking time, of all the political prisoners around the world, the United States could be advocating for, of anything the United States could be advocating for. Our president, Donald Trump, is advocating for Andrew Tate. Trump administration pressures Romania to lift restrictions on the Tate brothers. You know, Andrew Tate, who's on tape bragging about raping people, who was on trial for sex trafficking and rape. Even if you don't believe that, if you don't believe none of that, he's on tape admitting that he made his fortune by conning lonely, desperate men out of their money by tricking them into believing that they were going to be in a relationship with sex workers and taking every dime that they have from them. There is nothing good about these people. There's nothing noble, nothing worth standing up for, yet this is who our government is going to fucking bat for, because we've slid, folks. We've slid to a dark chasm where decency is no longer celebrated in this country, where the most vile, horrible criminals have government protections, have the protections of the most powerful fucking people on the planet. Like Trump's lawyer who went on a video with him and said that she was a big fan of his. How can anybody be proud of this country right now? And these are Christians. Christians love this fucking guy, the fakest people on earth. They love him. Now remember, folks, they're targeting any independent press, like the AP. One of the few journalistic organizations that seems to have pretty good integrity. They just try to tell the facts straight down the line without taking a fucking side. So, of course, they're the enemy of the Trump administration. The Trump administration is trying to ban any journalist, any news organization that doesn't just kiss his ass and spread right-wing propaganda. And the AP is top on their fucking list. They're trying to find an excuse to ban them. So the excuse that they picked was that they refused to call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. If you don't repeat whatever Trump renames, you're banned. And this is not an attack on the press, according to them. This is just, they're spreading lies. They got to repeat whatever we say verbatim or it's a lie. So anyway, they don't give a shit about none of this. But anyway, obviously, the excuse they gave to ban them was fucking bullshit. The real truth has been released. One of the biggest reasons President Trump is limiting AP reporters' White House access is to protest what aides see as years of liberal word choices that the Wire service influential style book spread across mainstream media, according to top White House officials. By spotlighting AP, Trump is amplifying Republican and conservative criticism that the AP style book, a first reference for most U.S. news organizations, shapes political dialogue by favoring liberal words and phrases concerning gender, immigration, race, and law enforcement. This isn't just about the Gulf of America, White House Deputy Chief of Staff Taylor Budowich told Axios. This is about AP weaponizing language through their style book to push partisan worldview, in contrast with the traditional and deeply held beliefs of many Americans, many people around the world, which is actually the opposite. They literally are the ones trying to rewrite words, weaponize language, and because the AP refuses to join them in that, they want to ban them and block them. And they will, folks. They're going to. And every other news agency that doesn't stand up and boycott and help the AP is going to be fucking next. Like Axios, who is on the record saying, hey, we support the AP, but we're going to call it the Gulf of America because we don't want to be fucking next. You got to be next anyway. They're going to find another excuse to ban you and replace you with a right-wing propaganda outlet. First they came for the AP. And I got my ass in line, then they came after me, and they're coming after you next, ass. Enjoy it, Axios. It's going to be fucking short-lived. And then, folks, I don't even know what to fucking say about this shit anymore. Like, the most in-your-face corruption all day long in this country, and nobody seems to give a shit. So many examples, but just to give you an example, Melania, you know, Trump's weird-ass gold-digging wife, Melania pitched her documentary to Jeff Bezos over dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Amazon agreed to pay her $40 million for this documentary nobody's going to watch. With more than 70% going to her, and her agent has been trying to sell sponsorship for the film, starting at $10 million to CEOs at the inauguration. So, yeah, hey, if you just want to legally bribe Trump, Just do it this way. Give me $10 million for sponsorships for the film. Jeff Bezos, give me $40 million for this film nobody's going to watch. And the money is clean. You don't have to launder it. You don't have to wash it, baby. Nothing. Legally right through the system, right into Trump's fucking pockets, clean as a goddamn whistle. Right in public view. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's saying anything. And then more corruption. This is like, it's not even almost getting unbelievable at this point. So, United States first, Eric Adams. Eric Adams is the New York City mayor. Read this letter, just read it. In any other presidency, this letter alone would trigger impeachment proceedings. So basically, they had an iron-tight case against Eric Adams. They found him lying to FBI. They found him pressuring people to lie to the FBI. They have him dead to rights. But the Trump administration apparently made a deal with him that we will have our DOJ drop all charges against you if you play ball with us. If you let our minions go into New York City and round up all the Browns, if you help us sell out the migrants, we will drop all charges and you can stay in power as long as you're our puppet. And he said yes, and that's what they're doing. And people are resigning en masse over it. I have received correspondence indicating that I refuse your order to move to dismiss the indictment against Eric Adams without prejudice, subject to certain conditions, including the express possibility of a reinstatement of the indictment. That is not exactly correct. The U.S. Attorney, Daniel L. R. Sassoon, never asked me to file such a motion. I therefore have never had an opportunity to refuse, but I am entirely in agreement with her decision not to do so for reasons stated. In short, the first justification for the motion that David Williams wrote in the case somehow tainted a valid document supported by ample evidence and pursued under 4 different U.S. attorneys is so weak as to be transparently pretextual. So anyway, the long story short is, it's obvious that you guys made a deal, quid pro quo, with the New York City mayor in order to have him as your puppet to drop all corruption charges, and we won't have any part of it. So we're going to resign. Letter. Adams destroyed evidence, told others to lie to FBI, offered to help ICE if charges were dropped. Manhattan federal prosecutors were preparing to bring new bombshell indictment charges. Mayor Eric Adams with destroying evidence and telling people to lie to the FBI, a letter obtained by the Post reveals. The letter sent by Daniel Sassoon, who resigned from her post Thursday, rather than obey an order from President Trump's Justice Department to kill the case, also blasts the rush and superficial reasoning, saying she says was behind Washington, D.C. demand. Not the only one. 7 of them resigned. 7th DOJ prosecutor resigns over Adams' case. Adam appears with Homan on Fox. I'm collaborating. So everybody's signaling the alarm. Everybody's saying, hey, we had an ironclad case. We have all the evidence. The Trump administration threw the case out. If Eric Adams agreed to play ball with them, which is totally fucking legal, we're not going to have any part of it. So we're resigning. And in case, folks, you think these prosecutors might be full of shit, they literally went on television, Eric Adams, and the guy running the deportations of the Browns right now. They went on Fox News and they admitted that if Eric Adams stops playing ball with what they told him to do, they're going to be first thing right in his office. Watch this shit.
And he doesn't come through.
You're up early anyway.
If he doesn't come through, I'll be back in New York City,
Right.
and we won't be sitting on the couch. I'll be in his office, up his butt, saying, "Where the hell is the agreement we came to?" So,
And I want ICE to deliver. And I want ICE to deliver. We're going to deliver for the safety.
Yeah, we going to deliver for the safety. Yeah, just said it right there. Hey, we had an agreement. If you renege, I'm going to be in your office. I'm going to get that ass. Not even trying to hide it, folks. Just right there on the TV saying it. Welcome to the new America. It's hilarious, to be honest with you. Even AOC trying to sound the alarm. This is explosive. Mayor Adams is putting the city of New York and its people at risk in exchange for escaping charges. As long as Trump wields this leverage over Adams, the city is endangered. We cannot be governed under coercion. If Adams will resign, he must be removed. Why'd you guys vote for him to begin with? New York, just as dumb as every goddamn body else. And speaking of AOC, douchebag Hallman, who is trying to round up the Browns, is trying to have her thrown in jail for daring to tell people what their rights are.
Anymore.
But Tom, you got AOC out there, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman, putting out a webinar, doing a webinar to help illegals avoid, I guess, apprehension, giving tips about how to continue to remain in the country and ultimately game the system.
And I sent an email today to the Deputy Attorney General. At what level is that impediment? Is that impediment? I'm not an attorney. I'm not a prosecutor. Is that impediment? Is that impeding our law enforcement efforts? If so, what are we going to do about it? Is she crossing the line? So I'm working with.
Oh my God! Cops reading criminals their rights is against the law now. You can't tell people what their rights are.
The Department of Justice and Finance.
So just crazy shit. Of course, she says maybe she's going to be in trouble now. Maybe he can learn to read. The Constitution would be a good place to start. Yes, telling people, even people who are not U.S. citizens, their rights is not against the law. You stupid chuckle fucks. But they like to make it against the law, folks. That's the whole point. You have to treat undocumented workers with derision and hatred just like they do, or they're going to punish you for it in the new America. And you get what you vote for, America. FBI presentation, scams targeting seniors, has been canceled. A new executive order from the federal government was signed that no longer allows the FBI to do community outreach. And they gonna take every goddamn penny your grandma has. She gonna think she's dating Keanu Reeves? He gonna take every bit of your fucking inheritance, every dime fake Keanu Reeves is. And ain't shit you can do about it. They've removed every protection agency that helps consumers. All the agencies that help hunt down fraudsters, people that prey on the infirmed, old folks, people with Alzheimer's. They've gotten rid of all of the protectors. You're on your own, fucking America. This is what you voted for, and good. I hope fake Keanu takes every bit of the money your granddaddy spent his entire life. He worked his hands to the bone. He died at 57 of a heart attack because he worked his life away and he left just what little bit he could to your grandma. And then her Alzheimer's, she gets messaged by a fake Keanu Reeves and gives all your money to him because that's what you voted for. Love it, fake Keanu Reeves. Do your thing, buddy. And then, at least we did this news. Hey, remember when we renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America instead of actually helping anybody in this country in any way whatsoever? Yeah, well, we're back, baby. Now we've renamed Denali, the tallest mountain in the world, I guess. Mount McKinley. Yay, we did it. Breaking, both Google and Apple Maps have updated to correctly show Mount McKinley. It used to be called Mount McKinley, and then I guess in 95 or something, they changed it to Denali to represent the native people that live there and to celebrate, their lives and their experiences. Can't have that. Hell no. Everything's got to be named after some white dude. So it's back, baby. Woo! Yeah, Americans are putting insulin on their credit cards, but it don't matter. At least we did this. Ain't it grand? And all the comments were like, woo, we back, baby. Fuck yeah. We're amazing. Thank you, Donald Trump. Promises made, promises kept from my president. We renamed a mountain. Problem solved, baby. Hell yeah. We're totally a serious people, y'all. Definitely don't deserve every goddamn bad thing we get. And then, Shady Vance Couchfucker went over to the UK to chastise them about caring that foreigners are interfering in their elections. First, he chastised them about caring that Russia is interfering in their elections.
We're at the point, of course, that the situation has gotten so bad that this December, Romania straight up canceled the results of a presidential election based on the flimsy suspicions of an intelligence agency and enormous pressure from its continental neighbors. Now, as I understand it, the argument was that Russian disinformation had infected the Romanian elections. But I'd ask my European friends to have some perspective. You can believe it's wrong for Russia to buy social media advertisements to influence your elections. We certainly do. You can condemn it on the world stage even. But if your democracy can be destroyed with a few $100,000 of digital advertising from a foreign country, then it wasn't very strong to begin with.
Yeah, who gives a shit, baby? Just let anybody from anywhere interfere. And I'm sure it wasn't just that. It's like a death by 1,000 cuts. Yes, that added to it. Other things they did added to it. But I wonder why he is defending the Russians interfering in people's elections. It's a mystery. And then with the worst false equivalency I've ever goddamn heard in the history of mankind.
And speaking up and expressing opinions isn't election interference. Even when people express views outside your own country, and even when those people are very influential. And trust me, I say this with all humor. If American democracy can survive 10 years of Greta Thunberg scolding, you guys can survive a few months of Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Greta Thunberg, a teenage activist who has literally zero power, is the same as the world's richest man, spending unlimited funds to interfere in your elections, using one of the biggest social media websites to push right-wing propaganda 24/7. It's the same thing, baby. Hey, if you can take Greta Thunberg, if we could take Greta Thunberg, who has absolutely no power, then you could take the richest man in the world who has unstoppable power. It's the same shit, really, isn't it? Everything, I said this on my Twitter, but everything is so stupid now, it's literally boring. I know that sounds like a privileged position, and it is, sort of, but there's just nothing intellectual to sink your teeth into anymore. Like, I want to be able to point out why this is stupid. I want to be able to use facts and logic and humor to explain why this is stupid, but it's actually so stupid that I don't even have to. I don't have to even say anything. It doesn't take any intellectual rigor to explain why this is dumb and wrong. So it's literally so stupid, it's fucking boring. I hate this, man. And they don't really seem to be worried at all about what the public image of them is. Remember, Pete Hegseth, the guy who's running all of our military right now, promised that if he got the confirmation to run our military, he would stop drinking, because he's the DUI candidate. Here he is, folks. One of his first press conferences. He's 2 seconds into it. It looks to me like he's drinking scotch. Some people claim that he is drinking tea. Now, I'm from goddamn Mississippi. I ain't lying when I say they literally put tea in my fucking bottle. I am 80% goddamn tea. I can literally say I've drinking more tea than probably anybody in the history of the fucking world. I ain't never seen nobody drink tea like this.
Start with the U.S. press. We're going to take 2 from the U.S. We'll take 2 from international, and then we'll go from there.
You have focused on what Ukraine is giving up. What concessions will Putin be asked to make?
Ultimately is guaranteed by strength of Europeans who are there prepared to back it up.
Right in the far right.
Regarding the new defense investment pledge, when you and President Trump...
Pardon me, sir. What we're going to take from the U.S. is Logan Rattick from Newsmax, please.
Satya from NHK, the Japanese TV station. Thank you very much. I would like to ask about China.
6 drinks in one press conference. Holy God. But they don't have to worry about it anymore, folks. They're not worried what we think about them. They know they've won. They know there's literally nothing we can do. And they do not give a shit anymore. And yay, finally we did it, folks. Solve the really important problems. The U.S. Army would no longer allow transgender individuals to join the military. Who could have seen this coming? Oh, yeah. Transgender members, they have 8,000 or something, I think, who have served honorably. Haven't seemed to be any problem whatsoever, but we have to scapegoat trans people every step of the way. This is why we can't have health care, folks. Because they've convinced you that trans people are your enemies. This is why we can't have funds to feed the hungry here in Mississippi, because they've convinced you trans people are your fucking enemy. None of it makes any fucking sense. And on that note, our U.S. Army is now reposting the libs of TikTok. This is where we're at in this country, folks. The official U.S. Army account. This is an old memo. DEI is dead at the U.S. Army. The Army and the JAG Corps is in compliance with POTUS executive order and secondary events orders. Yeah, Diaz dead, baby. Posted lives on TikTok, an account paid by Elon Musk to spread hatred towards gays and trans people. That's the only reason this account exists. How far can this country fall? Meanwhile, over the Libs of TikTok account, no fun allowed in the military. Now, this kind of shit happens all the time in the military. Somebody loses a bet and they make you dress in women's clothes to, embarrassing, or you're doing it to play a trick on somebody. It's like they have like a casual Monday or something there where you can dress whatever you want to play tricks. It's literally just all in fucking good fun. They've always done stuff like this. Like drag is an ancient part of the U.S. military. Been around since the fucking beginning of the military, right? But you're not allowed to have fun anymore, folks. She posted stuff like this. 36,000 likes. What is going on at the Air Force? Reportedly at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. Yeah. Woke. It's all woke, folks. Not allowed to have fun. Not allowed to do this anymore. And speaking of the U.S. Army, folks, the government just put out a new Army ad showing soldiers wearing Donald Trump's 47 number. Skip ahead. Where was it? I didn't fucking see it on there. Anyway, you gotta always celebrate the glorious leader. 47. We're becoming like North Korea in this country. Where he said, looks like a target to me. I call bullshit. Doing it on purpose. And yikes! Meanwhile, in our sports ball competitions, U.S. getting booed all over the place. We are a pariah state now. When Donald Trump says we're respected, what he means is we're hated. Because to conservatives, hatred is respect. You know what kind of fucking asshole you gotta be to make Canadians boo you? They're like the nicest people on the fucking planet. But yes, this is where we're pushing to, folks. I don't blame you. Boo us. We deserve it. Boo. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I give you our new Secretary of Health.
Gardasil is probably the single worst mass vaccine that we've ever seen.
That's right, Gardasil. Yes, that's right.
This vaccine targets millions of preteens and teens for whom the risk of dying from cervical cancer is zero. The death rates in the Gardasil trials were 37 times the death rates for cervical cancer.
So,
children who take
it's just a minute and 44 seconds of pure goddamn lies. Literally none of this is fucking true. Gardasil, or as I like to call it, Gardasil, actually very, very effective. The Gardasil vaccine does not increase the risk of mortality. In clinical trials, the deaths were unrelated to the vaccines and were due to car accidents, overdoses, and suicide. The trial did have a placebo. HPV vaccines reduce the risk of cervical cancer. Yes, but it doesn't matter, folks. The dumbest people running us now. It's almost funny, but not. And, damn! A lot of MAGA tears out there. A lot of people voted for Donald Trump now, sort of seeming to be regretting their votes. And every single one of these dumbasses are messaging Donald Trump, Elon Musk, asking for help. They were completely fine with him hurting other people, but now it's hurting them. And oh my God, Donald J. Trump, hello, sir. I am one of the probationary employees terminated by Deutsche at 9 p.m. last night, February 14th. I voted for you, sir. 3 times, sir. I need your help, sir. I didn't think they were going to fire me, sir. I need this job, sir. Die. Just die. Quiet now. Quiet now. Quiet. No more from you. Okay? You wouldn't listen. You are too dumb to live. So be quiet and die, please. Your tears are not even delicious. They're just sad and annoying at this point. Keep them to yourself. Die quietly. At least have the decency to die quietly, okay? I love Deutsch. I love what Deutsch is doing. Can I ask one favor? The veteran hospital cuts. I'm hearing blah, blah, blah. Hey, fuck the veterans. Fuck you. This is what you voted for. Shh. Die. And this one. Apparently a bunch of veterans are super worried. I'm absolutely devastated. Last night, myself and many others at the Veteran Crisis Line were terminated. Yeah, 62% of veterans voted for Donald Trump. You know what I would do if I were you guys? I would die. I would die quietly. I would get in my corner. I would sit down. I would be super silent, and I would fucking die. Okay? Thanks. Go fuck if you're a vet or not. Fuck you. So not this goddamn country. You destroyed American democracy. For what? Because of trans people? Because black people are eating your pets? No, because you're fucking stupid. Because you're a dipshit, dumbass fucking bigot. So die! More of this, whatever. Fuck that. Fuck you, federal workers. Just, silence. And, world is fucked, folks. Donald Trump got a meme coin, scammed $20 billion. Looks like he's going to scam $1 trillion from the American people. Can't have kids, can't afford it, can't afford a house. No medical care for you. So what do right-wingers do? You guys remember how ugly Chelsea Clinton is? This is what they got, folks. This is what they got. All the horrible shit the Trump administration is doing right now. Oligarchs taking over, fleecing this fucking country. You guys remember how ugly Chelsea Clinton was? Chelsea Clinton, so ugly when she gives head, it counts as anal. This is John Rocker. You know who John Rocker is? Fucking piece of shit, former baseball player. Trump loser. This is what they got, folks. And look, 18,000 likes from the fucking bottom feeders of the goddamn planet. That's who rules us right now. And that is my chud watch for tonight. It is rough. I'm also raged as fuck. Yeah, I don't have fucking empathy anymore. Like, I used to have so much empathy, and it's just gone now. I don't give a fuck. I'm really not allowed to say what I want to say. But man, I have dark, dark thoughts. I have dark desires. I'm like fucking Dexter. I got a dark passenger. But I'm not allowed to talk about it. And X is a cesspool. True story. I hope Blue Sky dominates. But, it's America, so I probably fucking won't. They always do this instead of making substantial criticism. Yep, I mean, it's effective. You're dealing with the dumbest people on earth, saying the dumbest shit. It's how you appeal to them. You can't say anything clever or intelligent because they wouldn't even fucking understand what we're talking about. So there's no reward for being smart, for being honest. 100% of the reward becomes from being awful in this country. Decency is goddamn dead. Don't go there, Dusty. Oh, I'm not. I'm safe. I know what to keep to myself and what not to keep to myself. Surprise parties for everybody. And, all right, moving along. Get your super chats in. Going to read all the super chats at the end of this section. Going to talk about President Elon and a little thing I have named, Here Shall Be Elon. And first off, on tonight's President Elon. Only the best hire for Deutsch, folks. Apparently, at the official Deutsch website, they let their database open so anybody can push updates to the Deutsch website database. So somebody took it over and wrote, these experts left their database open. Yeah, super genius hackers Elon Musk has hired to implement backdoors into all of our government agencies. What could go wrong when you have professionals like this? You're welcome, Russia. Then Elon Musk's little baby hackers stole $80 million from New York City. Yeah. Absolutely insane. Musk Deutsche crew just straight up took $80 million from a New York City bank account. What Elon Musk and Christendom did yesterday is a big crime, not just philosophically. It is an actual series of crimes that would put you or I in the coldest, darkest prison cell they have. But the rules don't apply. There is no law anymore. They can do anything. Laws only exist if somebody is willing to enforce them, and nobody's enforcing this, so these laws don't exist. They hacked a bank account and they stole the money that didn't belong to them. It does, however, belong to New York. The money was reimbursement for housing migrants for the last 4 years that Greg Abbott bust all over the country. It's money that goes to New York City and the people that live there. But obviously Eric Andrews, the mayor of New York City, has made a deal to both help Donald Trump go after all the Browns, and no doubt he's going to do nothing about this. It's just a finders, keepers, loser, sweeper type thing. Keep the money, Donald Trump. Thank you for keeping me out of jail. The corruption absolutely knows no bounds. And then to justify all this, Elon does what he does. He just goes on Twitter and uses his, 220 million followers to spread disinformation and just lie his ass off, like this one. Routers was paid millions of dollars by the U.S. government for large-scale social deception. That is literally what it says on the purchase order. They're a total scam. Just wow. Yeah. So Reuters is another one of these organizations like AP, that it's an independent journalistic organization, one of the few in this whole fucking world that just tells the truth, just gives the facts straight down the line without any political slant or partisanship, which is why they're trying to demonize them. Anybody who doesn't spread right-wing propaganda, they want to make you discredit them, defund them, destroy them. The end of the free press as we know it is what is going to happen, is what is happening. So obviously this is a lie. What actually happened is this grant was first awarded under Donald Trump. Of course it was. He didn't mention that. Paid to Reuters data division, not the newsroom, for researching defenses against deception. Who needs that, right? Not revealed by Deutsche investigation was a public record visible online for many years. Yes, this wasn't private. This wasn't hidden. This is public record. They just lie about fucking everything, folks. And it doesn't matter. By the time you're done explaining to people this lie, which none of them care about anyway, they don't care if you lie to them. They're fine with it. Hey, if Elon Musk has to lie to people to get Donald Trump's plans pushed through, then that's what he has to do. We're fine with it. If he has to lie to me right to my face, if he has to steal from me in order for God Emperor Trump to get his legislation through, then I'm for it. That's what they'll tell you, folks. They don't care. By the time you're done explaining one lie, they're on to the next one. So the big lie they've been telling last week, this one spread from Elon Musk to Coke Jr., Donald Trump Jr. Oh my God, it's so bad what's been happening to our country. Breaking, Musk says there are over 150-year-olds collecting Social Security. This is the big thing. There's tons of people who are over 150 years of age collecting Social Security. Well, it turns out what's actually happened is Social Security runs on COBOL, which does not use a date or time type. So the data is stored as a number using ISO 8601 standard. The epoch for this is 150 years, aka the Metro Standard. So if you don't know the date of something, it will be a zero value, which in COBOL would have out to 150 years ago, basically. It's just default when they don't have the information. It defaults to 150 years. So just lies, but it doesn't matter, folks. They don't correct the record. They don't update it. They just stick with the fucking lie, knowing that the people they're telling the lies to don't actually care if they lie or not. Here's another thing that Elon spread today, folks. It's hard to believe this is even true, but I guess it's not. Breaking image released of migrant mob that stormed a Brigham hospital armed with axes and blades. The story was largely buried by the mainstream media. If the far right had done it, this story would be everywhere. The UK is on life support. We need a new government now. Elon Musk spread this. What happened here? What happened, guys? Look at this real picture of these people storming a hospital with axes. UK is on its goddamn last legs because of these left-wing lunatics rioting at our hospitals. What happened here? Says the world's richest man. Says the #1 most subscribed to person on Twitter, spreading this to 200 million people. Well, guess what? Yeah, it's from The Dark Knight Rises. This is a screenshot from a Batman movie, y'all. Just whatever, America, whatever. Well, fuck you. Fuck America. Fuck it. Fuck all y'all. Fuck it. What can you say at this point? It's a country too stupid to exist, so it will stop to exist. That's the only thing you can say about it. He did delete this, but he didn't own up to it. He didn't let everybody who saw this know that it was untrue. Because they don't care. He doesn't care. Nobody fucking cares. Nothing matters anymore. Literally nothing fucking matters. And I agree with Nina Turner here. The owner of SpaceX should not be auditing NASA. Like, how is this not a conflict of interest? How is this not the most obvious conflict of interest in the world? But it doesn't matter, of course. Elon Musk Dodge will be arriving at NASA to review payments at the U.S. Space Agency. So this is what happened. Like, billionaires like Elon Musk lobby the government to cut the funding from NASA so that they would have to privatize everything, which is why we're dependent on giving Elon Musk billions of dollars worth of contracts. It's a direct movement of money from American taxpayers to the richest among us. And so he's going to go in there and he's going to cut NASA's budget even fucking more. He's going to lie about what he finds in there, call it fraud, call it wasteful, cut their fucking budget. So we have to pay him more money off the government tit from the world's biggest welfare queen, Elon Musk, the person who's taken probably more money from the government than anybody else in history. This is how it works, folks. Meanwhile, he's calling anybody who takes money from the government a leech, a parasite. Watching Trump/federal programs, knowing it doesn't affect you because you're not a member of the parasite class. Why 90% of America loves Doge. Nobody has ever been a bigger parasite on the American people than Elon Musk, but it doesn't matter. Logic, reason, words have no meaning fucking anymore. No, who he's calling the parasite class is the child who has leukemia, who needs federal funds to stay alive, the crippled kid who needs a ramp built in her house, people on disability, people on food stamps, the poorest, the most vulnerable among us. That's who he's calling the parasite class, folks. Our unfeeling, uncaring rulers, stealing every penny they can from us while calling the most needy among us parasites. And they have unlimited money. There's no way to stop them. They tell us that just vote. If you don't like this, just vote. But our votes don't count. Our votes absolutely do not count. I live in Mississippi. My vote doesn't count. Only a few states decide the elections. And he has $300 million. He has unlimited funds. There's no way we can compete. There's no way. House GOP plots to impeach anti-Doge judges. They're going after the judges now. He's going to unlimitedly spend any amount of money that he wants to get rid of judges. The only check on presidential power, really, to make sure Donald Trump becomes a dictator, and there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. I mean, there's one thing, but we won't do it. There's only one thing that will stop this. Only one, and it ain't voting. And God love them, at least a few of the Democrats are trying to fight back, I guess. They're trying to speak out about it. I'm sure they feel as helpless as I do. Anyway, here's Representative Melanie Stansbury.
Literally, the Republicans just released their plan to raise the debt limit while we were sitting here. And they want to raise it by $4 trillion. Okay, guys. Like, literally, I'm just, like, without words. Inflation is going up. You want to raise the debt ceiling by $4 trillion. You want to gut Medicare. You want to gut Medicaid. You're talking about going after Social Security after promising that you wouldn't. I mean, really, what the heck is going on here? We're not trying to take down Elon Musk as a businessman. This dude is literally breaking the law inside of the federal government. And for a party that is supposed to be the party of law and order, in quotes, I really do not see you holding him accountable and doing your most basic constitutional responsibility in the separation of powers.
Yes, Jeff. To Elon Musk, you are a parasite. If he could take whatever you're getting away from you, he will for his tax cuts. He can take your medical care away, he will. I know you're just joking when you say you love Elon, but these aren't good people. They're not people that have our best interests at heart. They are the enemies of the fucking people. They are the parasites, really. They're the parasites, and they're going to kill the host unless we stop them. They can't stop themselves. They're incapable of stopping themselves. They're so greedy. They're mentally ill. They cannot control themselves. If we don't control them, it's all fucking over, folks. Some people are trying to fight back. A group agreed to pay the Washington Post $150,000 for a full-page ad. It says, Donald Trump or Elon Musk, who's running the country? Since day one, Elon has created chaos and confusion and put our livelihoods at risk, and he is accountable to no one but himself. The Washington Post agreed to run this ad, and then Jeff Bezos told them not to. Because it's a small club, and you and I aren't in it for sure. All these billionaires have each other's back, making sure the public doesn't know what's happening, stays ignorant, stays in the dark the whole goddamn time. They're not buying these news organizations and these social media websites to promote free speech and the goddamn truth. It's to control the goddamn narrative. It's to keep us from doing what they fear we're going to do to them. But at least Elon Musk had an embarrassing week. Did you guys hear about Elon Musk's new baby mama? I was asked to keep Musk off child's birth certificate. Just shameless gold diggers. Imagine if your baby daddy was so embarrassed of it, he didn't want his name on the birth certificate. Just what kind of father is this? He forced me to keep it secret. MAGA influencer who revealed 13th child with Musk. Yeah, here's the family values party. Supporting this guy who has 13 children by 4 different women, y'all. Almost all of them out of wedlock through in vitro fertilization because they are the people of nothing. And it was all spicy. Just goes to show you, even if you're a billionaire, if you don't have any class, you're not going to keep your trashy ass shit out of the public eye. So first off, it was sort of revealed that she has been trying to get her hooks at Elon Musk for a long time. Here's Milo reposting. Ashley St. Clair, that's her name, Ashley St. Clair, plotted for half a decade to ensnare Elon Musk. Here she is. I need to get Elon Musk attention for a marriage proposal, she tweeted a couple years back. Greg Price says he's got a kid with a woman already. Seems unlikely to work out. To which she says, well, he actually has 7 kids and goes through women pretty fast. Crying, laughing. To which Elon responds to, whoa, like he didn't know this, but he did, folks. He did know this. Literally, he's trying to make it seem like his new baby mama is crazy, trying to ensnare him and trap him. He's trying to humiliate her publicly. His baby mama, y'all, because he's embarrassed of this shit. Just absolutely no class. You can't buy class no matter how much money you have. Donald Trump has proven that. To which she responds to him, and this is so wild. Elon, we have been trying to communicate for the past several days. Yeah, I just had your baby. Why aren't you returning my text? And you have not responded. When are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in underwear at 15 years old? Yeah, hey, I'm your baby mama. Why aren't you responding to me and your new child? Why do I have to go on Twitter to try to get you to respond to me? Totally normal shit, folks. These are the people rolling us just so fucking weird. Good God. And drama doesn't start there. She deleted all the stuff eventually. I guess she got a call from Elon. She posted this. Why are you talking to me and your baby? What do we do, Elon? Tell us. And then she says, it's interesting that Elon is responding to this clearly in jest screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago in a documented call. Just, oh, this is so weird. It's also like legal and clinical. She had documented calls, I guess, that she recorded with his lawyer so they could talk about impregnating her with IVF. Just strange. Anyway, I told you about this tweet, Elon. Why are you pretending like it's new to you? Why are you trying to embarrass me? Just call me and your baby, Elon. Now he decides to respond to it publicly from an account that posted underage photos of me, as if he wasn't asking me to have more children last week. Oh, snap. I would like to take this offline for our child's sake and have been attempting to do so for weeks. I thought last week he just contacted you for more children. Now you've been trying to talk to him for weeks. You need to get your story straight there. FYI, the security team on Elon's own platform locked the account he is now responding to for a week for posting a non-consensual underwear photo of me as a child. Yep, that sounds like Twitter. And then, of course, she was roundly shit upon by some on the right. These family values people never miss an opportunity to take a shot like Abby Libby. Ladies, this is why you don't make babies with men who don't love you. With men who haven't married you, with men who won't be present fathers. Doesn't matter how rich or powerful he is. No, but she don't give a shit about that. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but yeah, I'm saying she's a gold digger. She is. She's a gold digger. And, no, Bethany, I strongly recommend having a baby daddy who lives in your house so that you don't have to tweet him. That's actually good advice. That's pretty good advice. You might want to have a baby daddy live closer so you don't have to beg them to get back to you on Twitter. That's just me. And I suddenly understand how the payout system on Twitter/X works now. She posted her creator earnings, and yeah, she been pretty good. $7,500 in 1 month, $1,200 in the other month. Damn! You mean all I had to do was have Elon Musk's baby? I'll figure it out, Elon. Call me. I'll work it out as long as you got that money ready. Isabella Moody, creepy ass conservative, but I kind of like it when they fight each other. When all these pieces of shit fight amongst each other, it's awesome. They're posting old tweets that this Ashley St. Clair woman made. They're such hypocrites, of course. Here she is back in 2022. Kamala can't help herself from bending over for a man to get ahead. Mm-hmm. You fucking hypocrite. Yeah, I know. You didn't fuck Elon because he's the world's richest man, did you? You fucked him because he's got such a sexy body. He just oozes machismo and sex appeal. That's why you did it. Wasn't because you were bending over to get ahead, right? Here she is talking about Zelensky. Can you believe the nerve of this gold digger? I know, right? Fuck gold diggers. Am I right? You're consistent, aren't you? Aren't you're not? Oh, yeah, okay. And some conservatives are trying to defend her, though, but I'm starting to think conservatives are not the most consistent people in the world. Here is token black conservative C.J. Pearson. The black community needs to stop glorifying baby mama culture. Insemination alone is not an accomplishment. That's right. Blacks, you blackity blacks. Having babies out of wedlock, for shame, blacks. Insemination is not an accomplishment. Next thing you know, I see far too many self-righteous and tired individuals pouncing on St. Clair Ashley for having a child out of wedlock instead of commending her for choosing life. Is the conservative position now that every life is a blessing regardless of how it's conceived? Motherfucker! I guess if you're white, it's different, though. I guess he's only chastising black folks. And they had IVF. It's not like she accidentally got pregnant and they decided not to have an abortion. They decided to have this baby out of wedlock to begin with. But nah, when you're white, totally different story from C.J. Pearson. Can't make this shit up. And apparently they started censoring Milo when he started shitting on her. I guess you're not allowed to shit on Elon's baby mama. That's his job, and, you know, free speech on X is just complete bullshit, so we already knew that. And then, folks, the best community note I have ever seen in my entire life. James says, the craziest part about all of this is that Elon has had sex 13 times. That's right, Elon Musk now has 13 children with 4 different women. How did Elon have 13 different sexual experiences? Community note says, it is possible that Elon Musk has had sex less than 13 times, as at least 5 of his kids were conceived via IVF and 1 via surrogate. Oh, shit, don't do that to Elon. Oh, no, community notes, you did him dirty. You did him dirty. I love you, but you did him dirty, Elon. And, not the only one to do him dirty. Grok did him dirty too. Grok too. They asked Grok which of Musk's kids were conceived naturally. Elon Musk has 12 children. Only 1 is known to have been conceived naturally. X, his first child with Grimes, born in May 2020. The rest of his children were conceived through IVF or surrogacy. With Justin Wilson, he had 5 children via IVF, twins Griffin and Vivian, and triplets Kai, Saxon, and Damien. His twins with Shiv and Zillis, Strider, and Azure were also conceived via IVF. Additionally, his second and third children with Grimes, Ixa, Dark, Sideril, and Techno, oh my God, what's so cringe, were born through a surrogate. Information on his most recent child with Zillis, born in 2024, does not specify the conception method, but Musk's pattern suggests it was likely assisted. X is the only confirmed natural conceived child among them. And then the community notes of this even says, contrary to Grok's answer, Musk's son X was also conceived through IVF, so there's literally no proof that he's ever had sex. The dude's got 13 children. It seems like all of them were through IVF, y'all. Holy God, what is wrong with this dude's dick? Elon got a broke dick, y'all, 100%. And, like, I don't know if this next post is true. I heard he has a botched penis implant, to which Azalea Banks, who is friends with Grimes, his ex-wife, says, Grimes told me this too. So, look, folks, I don't know if this is true or not, but I want to believe it. Therefore, I do. Broke dick. He's got a broke dick. It's the only way to explain it, folks. So, poor Elon with his little broke dick. And, then apparently he just started following Laura Loomer on Twitter. And, no, Elon, don't do it. Don't have no purge babies. Elon! Fuck! I would say don't stick your dick in crazy, but you ain't sticking your dick in anything with your broke dick, Elon. Don't IVF crazy, Elon. Come on now. And then, hey, I ain't never been a big fan of Sheryl Crow, but I do admire her for this. This is what every celebrity should be using their platform for. She decided to sell her Tesla and give away the money to charity. Bye-bye, Tesla! Sheryl Crow says she has sold her Tesla and donated the proceeds to NPR. My parents always said, you are who you hang out with. There comes a time when you have to decide who you are willing to align with. So long, Tesla. Money donates to NPR, which is under threat by President Musk, in hopes that the truth will continue to find its way to those willing to know the truth. And golf clap to you, Miss Sheryl Crow. Hell yeah. Stay away from Lance Armstrong and his one nut. And then big shout out to the heroes at this year's Game Awards. Got a good bit of cheers for saying this.
My favorite games, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, is nominated for Online Game of the Year. Get your hands together. Thank you, Rod. Of course, that is a game that takes real skill.
Does. Yeah, and I'm not trying to flatter everyone here, but if I know one thing about this audience, is that none of you had to pay someone to play Diablo for you.
It's hard to level up your own characters when you're dismantling democracy.
I feel like we're in good company here, but just in case for the people online, if you get mad at that joke, it's Greg Miller. G-R-E-G.
M-I-L-L-E-R. Fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump.
Woo, yeah! Finally, a message I can get on board with. What kind of loser pays somebody else to play a game for them? Never mind. Then, last but not least, this is my final post for the He Shall Be Elon section, and I'm finishing you off on a good one, y'all. I give you the best Elon Musk parody song ever created.
How much more is a house gonna let this motherfucker do? He violated HIPAA, sold all our identities too. Elon, take your ass back to Africa and take the diaper wearing motherfucker with you, cause we tired of your shit.
Nailed it! Woo! Take your ass back to Africa! Woo! I want to make that my ringtone. Thank you, Quinn. And that is my He Shall Be Elon coverage for this week. Now, forgive me while I do a quick commercial. Folks, if you love this show, you know you do. Shut up. No, you don't shut up. You speak forever, you voice of a goddess, Queen. If you click on the More button, it pops down. The very first link is to my Patreon. I beggeth you, could you please consider becoming a patron? As you know, if you watch the show, I don't allow ads to run on the show. I don't sell any merchandise. I don't con anybody on money. I don't cheat. I don't lie. I don't steal. I make free content. It's 100% supported by the users. And if you guys don't support it, I have to quit. So if you like my show, please go support it. Please. I know it's a pain in the ass to go to Patreon and put your information in. I know it's a pain. It's only a couple of dollars to you, but it really adds up and helps me keep the show going, helps me keep all the cats fed and the dogs fed and my sanctuary up and everything going. I can't do this without you guys. So if you like it, please support the art so it doesn't disappear. We're so outnumbered right now, like impossibly outnumbered. If the left doesn't stand up and start supporting other left-wing creators, then we already can't fight back, but we have... I don't know. At least we can be in it together is all I'm saying. So anyway, please help if you can. Thank you in advance, and I'm sorry for asking. And let's read the super chats. I bet it's Rebecca Poise. I know Rebecca Poise. Superhero of the show. Always first. Trump looks so healthy, that thumbnail. I'm sorry. AI is still in its infancy. Eventually, it'll make these horrible, ugly motherfuckers look horrible. Now it's trying to make them all yassified. It looks too much like Osen Willens. Wow. Trump looks too healthy, that thumbnail. Have a great night. Thank you for all your hard work. Hello to the mods in the greatest community. Hey, big ups to the mods. We have the greatest mods of all time. Love you, mods. Thank you for your tireless service. And also thank you, Rebecca Poise. Everybody, heap the love on superhero Rebecca. Zamir, oh, Zamir. Made me so fat. I've been eating so much of your shit. I ate all of it. Hey, Dusty, I hope you enjoyed those UK trips. Man, those chips are so good. Even the horseradish ones were good. All that shit was goddamn delicious. You know what I like? The little Twix motherfuckers. They weren't Twix, though. They had like toffee and shit in them. Caramel. It was so good. I ate the whole damn thing. It was, man. More, please. But thank you, Zamir. My goal in life is to make you round like a beach ball. I'm already rounded like a beach ball, but I hadn't decided if I'm going to take my Ozempic yet. So soon you'll be known as Tubby Smith. Way ahead of you. But thank you, Zamir. I enjoyed it. And PJ Ford. Going to make me read you sexy. Keep doing heroes work, Dusty. I appreciate what you do. And I appreciate what you do, PJ Ford. Superhero, everybody. Heap the love on the best among us, PJ Ford. Thank you, buddy. It means a lot. I love you. Haiti, $5 updating my passport soon. Wish me luck. I got to get mine. BBC been encouraging to get mine. I'm going to do it. BBC, speaking of BBC, I'm back. Fuck yeah, BBC. I like a terminal case of crabs, baby. I'm itchy all over for you, BBC. Missed you all. Missed you, BBC. Here's my tithe for the floating kitties. Your room is ready, Dusty. Fuck yeah! BBC sent me some pictures of his new place. That fucking pad is pretty awesome, to be honest with you. He got it made. Remember to get your passport. Married women. Yep, I know, right? I'm going to work on it. So much to do list. WSD time. Navigating SEPTA was a challenge because of the Eagles parade on Friday, which is Philly's transit system. Here's some cash before I hit the hay. Hey, thank you. At WSD time. Good to see you tonight. Have a good one. The Queen Matriarch $5. The transgenders want rights. I know. God damn them. Can't let that happen. Time to funge myself in the bum to own the transies. That sounds fun. Yay, America, especially Gulf of America. Yeah, we got some even worse news for trans people coming up. God damn it, this fucking planet. Thank you, Queen. Charles H., $5. The movie actually isn't just a movie. It was a prophecy. Yeah, it was a documentary, unfortunately. Fucking Mike Judge. Coach J's, toots, toot, toot for Cole. Love me some Cole. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you tonight. Charles H., Dusty, I have said for years the red pill community are just a pipeline of trafficked teens and women, especially from poorer countries. Mostly it's just toxic, idiot, troll, male children. showing their ass because they don't know any fucking better. Pretty depressing. Jeremiah Hess. What up, Jeremiah? Hey, thanks for the weed. I really enjoyed it. You rock. Today is my girlfriend Sarah's birthday. Can you please give her a shout out? What up, Sarah? Ha ha. Jeremiah loves you. Agent Orange, what up, Agent? I knew that all this was coming, but holy God, I did not expect speed run. I know, right? It's been 3 weeks. But by the way, welcome back to the biggest hero among us, BBC. Fuck yeah. Big in more ways than one, baby. Not that I would know. Water Polo Wizard. Hey, from the land down under, you come from the land down under, where Trump is the president, so we don't have to chunder. Lucky. I'm going to have to come join you, future motherfuckers. And hell, Satan to Ryan McFadden. Can you give any tips how to deepen a man's voice and keep it that way? For a friend, cheers, mate. Like, I don't know, like, my voice has definitely changed over the years. And I'm not going to pretend like I didn't work to change it. I didn't recognize that my voice wasn't that pleasing, especially for like a podcast or a radio program. And so I practiced and paid attention. I listened to my voice over and over again and learned how to enunciate more properly. But like, if you like wake me up in the dead of night now and ask me a question, I'll wake up and this is the voice that comes out. So this is my real life voice now. I'm not faking this voice. This is my real voice, but you can change it just by practice, baby. Everything's just, practice makes perfect. So just try to lower the register of voice and silky bass tones. Keep it there. And eventually it'll become secondhand nature to you. Thank you, Ryan McFadden. Vincenzo B, $20. Did you hear the story about the Israeli who shot the other Israeli because they thought their pilot? That's coming up. You get away with me, Vincenzo B. That's coming up in the Trash World section. Oh, no, it's the Free Palestine section. The Free Palestine section, of course. But yes, God damn it. What a nightmare world this is. Lizzie Bennett, $5. I love you, Dusty. Hey, I love you, Lizzie Bennett. Even though you gave your mother 40 whacks with an axe. Was that you? I'll take umbrage to when asked by New Yorkers voted Adams as mayor. I voted Maya Rudolph for primary. I loved her on Saturday Night Live. Running in on election, Adams suck. Yes, he does suck. I'm sorry for shitting on you. Not all of you are deserving of blame. Good to see you tonight, Lizzie. And will BDC do well during this crazy administration? Man, I thought it was going to be honest with you. It looks like he might do the BTC reserve, and he's got all these fucking crypto bros in charge of his monetary policy now. So I thought it was going to do really well, but he seems to be destroying the economy so quickly. I don't know if his pro-crypto stance will be enough to overcome the destruction of the fucking economy. So I guess we'll all find out together. It's been crab walking sideways, though, recently, unfortunately. Welcome to Buddy Paul. Hell yeah, spam that chat with impunity. You fucking hero. Love ya. Hey, 5 tickets from Mr. Guide and 10 from Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson and Mr. Guide. Hey, that's the way you do it. Hey, if you got a ticket, be sure to show after tonight's after party directly after this show. And we do one every single show, just about most shows. And you can get your ticket by becoming a patron or joining the Dust Buddies or show up live, and they give out free tickets randomly to anybody here live. So thank you, Mr. Anderson Mitchell Guide. If you got one, check the community section of YouTube for tonight's link. And welcome to Dust Buddies, Sally G. That's how you get your ticket. Looking forward to hanging out with you tonight at the after party, Sally. And one more, Tinker Jackson asked me, fuck yeah. And 10 from Kevin Milligan. Hell yeah, give the tickets away. That's some superhero shit. Love you guys, appreciate you. Clips of Dusty. What up, Clips of Dusty? Have you seen what the president of Argentina has done? Yes, we're coming out in the Trash World section. I'm all over this, baby. I'm good at this job, y'all. Same as Trump, really, but he is being investigated. Yet not exactly the same as Trump, very similar to Trump. Trump was definitely inspiration, but they did a full rug pull. Trump didn't do a full rug pull. They did a partial rug pull. Trump mostly, he does have like 20 billion is what his current Trump coins are worth. But even if that goes to zero, he's already made over $100 million for his family and his, the people in it with him off the fees. So that's how he's making most of his money. What Milei did was just a straight up rug pull. We're going to get into that coming up in Trash World next. Shout out to Two Socks. What up, Two Socks? Love you and much. And let's do lunch this week. All right, sounds good, Jeff. I'm taking good care of your baby for you. Jeff entrusted me with one of his cats, Two Socks, and now he's a part of our crew hanging out in our room. I'm taking good care of him, buddy. Love you, Dusty. I hope we can find a way out of this, love. Oh, we won't, but at least we can like get through it together to the other side and maybe rebuild, Cole. And love you back. Charles H., I thought the right-headed men, like Elon Musk, who have kids everywhere and isn't married, the right ain't about shit. No matter what they say, they don't fucking mean it. Oh, he is a black Mexican poor. That's right. Yep. He's rich. He can do whatever he wants to. Corey gets $5 What, Corey? Good to see you tonight. Please don't stop covering the pastor arrest and religious bullshit. All right, I got a whole bunch tonight. You guys requested me to continue to cover the pedophiles, and we're going to do it. Thank you, L Train. Just a white man in the army and, yep. Get a fucked up life and an ugly wife in the army. Even after all this shit, my disabled veteran relatives is still very magna. Well, I hope they die. No, just kidding. I hope they die in Minecraft. I hope they live forever and go to heaven with Jesus. Who thinks I'm brainwashed into hating Trump? This sucks. You're deranged. If you call it anything Trump does, you have derangement. When stupidity is considered patriotism, it is unsafe to be intelligent. Isaac Asimov. Love Isaac Asimov. The father of sci-fi. Great quote. Swaggering cat gonna make me read him. Sexy. The Pharaohs are snug in their shelters, wondering if I'll get my special e-merc at work tomorrow. They send their regards. I hope you don't. Hope you're employed forever. And not because I'm selfish and greedy, though I am. Love you, and scritches to the Pharaoh swaggering. And anything pop up? All right, welcome to the Dust Buddies. Paul, get your ticket. Gonna hang out with you guys at the after party night. So be sure to join me. And thank you, everybody donated. Very generous tonight. And still plenty of time to donate to the Super Chats if you want to. I'm going to read all of the rest of them at the end of the show. So get them in early, get them in often. But for now, let's move along to... Woo! Trash World! A trash world! What? It's a dumpster fire! And it's also hellish! Trash World! Trash World! You know what? Everything sucks. All the goddamn time. In the trash world! Duh! Nailed it, as always. And first off, on this horrific trash world, yep, it's definitely a trash world. 5 charged with the torture and murder of a New York trans man. This is the New America. New York State Police charged 5 people Friday in the murder of a missing man who authorities said died following repeated acts of violence and torture for more than a month by multiple individuals who later discarded his body in a field. 2 of the people that did this were pedophiles, y'all. There's a reason so many times that the people that attack trans people, that attack gay people, are actually like pedophiles themselves, because they think if I call trans people pedophiles and if I go attack them, that it basically makes me look like less of a pedophile. It takes the heat off me. I'm fooling everybody to think that I actually hate pedophiles by beating up somebody I'm claiming is a pedophile. But nah, you a fucking pedo. I hope you guys have a great time in fucking prison. And then this is the kind of shit that is encouraging it, to be honest with you. Park Services axes T from Stonewall Monument site. Before the 1960s, almost everything about living openly as a lesbian, gay, bisexual, or queer LGBT person was illegal. The Stonewall Uprising on June 28, 1969 is a milestone in the quest for LGBT civil rights and provided milestones. Anyway, they removed trans people from this. It used to say LGBTQ+, but now you're not allowed to mention trans people anymore. They're trying to erase the existence of trans people in our society, using the federal government every way they can. They actually search through documents, and if they have the word trans in it, even if they're talking about like transforming from one thing to another, it has nothing to do with trans people, they delete it, folks. It's the craziest dystopian 1984 shit I've ever goddamn seen, rewriting the history of this country right in front of our eyes. Speaking of which, this is the current CDC webpage about HIV. This is what it says if you go to the HIV webpage on the CDC. Per a court order, HHS is required to restore this website. Any information on this page promoting gender ideology is extremely inaccurate and disconnected from the immutable biological reality that there are 2 sexes, male and female. The Trump administration rejects gender ideology and condemns the harms it causes to children by promoting their chemical and surgical mutilation, and to women by depriving them of their dignity, safety, well-being, and opportunities. This page does not reflect biological reality, and therefore the administration and this department rejects it. Like, even if you agree with every word of that, It's not fixing anything. They're not helping anything. Trans people are not a threat to you. They're not raping your kids. That's the fucking Christians. It's the youth pastors. It's the youth pastors. They're just doing this to fucking distract you, you goddamn idiots, while they take away your goddamn health care, while they take away your goddamn Medicaid, Medicare, all your social safety nets. They're trying to make you fear of these people who are no threat to you. I know I'm wasting my fucking breath. It's just crazy. It's exhausting. I guess that's the point. And this fucking homophobia spreading all across the goddamn world. I guess it's always has been, but at least they try to hide it for a little while. Young men in New Zealand, all done with rainbow parades, so they're doing hakas against gay people now. This fucking incel culture spreading worldwide. Look at these abject fucking losers. Imagine taking a noble cultural relic, really, like the haka, and using it for this purpose. And as Tizzy says, gay and trans people have always been a significant part of the Maori culture. Our core used by people who don't identify with any gender. Tahine, used to describe people who are non-binary, transgender men or transgender women. Tajata Aratain, used to describe people who have the spirit of a man. Wakawan Hani Hanawa, Mekaleka Hai Mekahani Ho, used by some Maori people to describe their feminine gender. Wakatain, I'm nailing all this, used to describe trans men. Tinjgata Ara Wahan, used to describe trans women. In other words, these guys are fucking clowns. Yeah, we already knew that. But thanks for the clarity, Tizzy. See you a little bit later. And then, as we were talking about earlier, folks, did you hear about Argentina's leader rug pulling his own people for billions of dollars? Holy shit, it's so crazy to watch just corrupt criminals rule the entire planet right now. So this is the guy that Trumpers love. He's supposed to be the Donald Trump of Argentina, the libertarian savior who's going to rescue the country. Well, now he's facing impeachment calls and legal action after he defrauded his own people after billions of dollars for his rug pull on his coin. Very similar to the Trump coin. But what they do is they rug pull it. So what a rug pull is, if you don't know, it's where they say, hey, we're going to do this new coin. Buy it now. It's going to be a long-term coin forever. We're going to have like a set base that we own that we're never going to fucking sell. We're going to keep for fucking ever. So buy this. And they make it like 10% available to the public, and the president of the country gets behind it. And so they're like, well, this is obviously legit. This guy is fucking respected. Trump always talks about what a great guy he is. His dick gets sucked all over social media. Conservative influencers all the time. Obviously, he's not going to fucking con us and rug pull us. So this is a chance for us to make some quick bucks. So a bunch of people invested their money into it. And then as soon as it shot up to $4 billion, Malay and his people, they sold all their shares to make it go to zero. They basically rug pulled it and stole all the money from the people that invested in it. Because they know there's really no comeuppance anymore. There's no there's no blowback. But here's an explanation of the Lira scam carried about Argentine President Javier Milei. This is a good detail of how it went down. I'm going to read to you guys. Tonight, February 14th, Javier Milei would publish a tweet promoting a private project that would be dedicated to encouraging the growth of the Argentinian economy. This project turned out to be a cryptocurrency called Libra. Immediately after the publication of this tweet, the cryptocurrency would rise to a value of $4.5 billion, but shortly after its value would plummet to zero. This happened because the creators of the currency began to sell all the cryptocurrency they had, which caused its value to completely plummet. According to cryptocurrency experts, the scammers would have stolen between 80 and 300 million. At first, all of Milei's troll accounts began to advertise the scam, claiming that they had spent all their money on buying said cryptocurrency. After the cryptocurrency's value plummeted, troll accounts deleted all the posts promoting the scam and switched to a damage control mode. They basically played dumb and started reporting the scam as a supposed hack. Immediately, supposedly hacked accounts of different presidents and prime ministers began to spread. However, these accounts that appeared simultaneously turned out to be the accounts of small towns in Turkey and Italy, which had government verification. These accounts changed their name and profile pictures right when Milei posted about the scam, intending to impersonate accounts of hacked presidents. This, however, turned out to be a hoax. Apparently, Milei's original plan was to pass everything off as a hack, but this plan quickly fell apart when more evidence began to emerge linking Milei to the cryptocurrency. For example, photos of Milei with the owner of and creator of the scam were discovered. After this, the troll accounts claiming it was a hack again deleted the tweets saying it was a hack. Later, the account of the company behind the scam would publish a tweet acknowledging that the cryptocurrency was theirs and that its launch was a success. Seeing that he could not get away from the situation, Milei would publish a tweet clarifying it was not a hack, but a mistake, and that he had no ties to the scam. This is hard to believe since Milei made his post only 3 minutes after the cryptocurrency was created, which implied prior coordination and information. In addition, Milei met several times with the creator of the scam and even took photos with him. This is, to say the least, strange. Milei was also so interested in cryptocurrencies that he would promote a random cryptocurrency which does not even appear anywhere on the internet. Why did he refuse to meet with Vitaly Buterin, the most important person in crypto world, creator of Ethereum, in the past? Everything points to the fact that the scam behind Libra was totally premeditated and planned. So, yep, of course, the most corrupt people on earth ruling us all. It's almost like you can't get a position of power unless you're just an evil, crooked criminal. It's like the system specifically set up to where only bad people can rule you. And not everybody was super happy about it. I don't know if this is real or not, folks. All I know, this is on the internet. This guy claims to be a crypto influencer who calls himself Ape, who lost all his money in the Libra scam. Here's his take on it.
I'm broke. I'm fucking broke. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, Dennis. I'm gonna find you. You rugged me. I have nothing. I have to sell my Rolex. I have to sell it.
Had to sell his shirt.
I have to sell all my shit. I don't have anything.
Had to sell his pants.
You pieces of shit. You rugged me. You all rugged me, bro. And I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you.
At least it was a good opportunity to post a thirst trap, I guess. At least you got those abs to come, gutters. Hey, money can't buy that, right? And then on this trash world, let's check in on the largest left-wing network in the world. The Young Turks with Chunk Yogurt and Anna Asparagus. And oh my God, how are these people popular? These are the most naive idiots on the planet. So here's two clips. The first one is Anna Asparagus, I guess right before Trump got elected or whatever, chastising the left for claiming Trump was going to implement Project 2025, telling us that there's no way he's going to implement Project 2025, y'all. No way. And of course, now he's doing it. So she's had to do a little comeuppance. Let's watch this fucking moron.
Both Politico and the New York Times are now reporting that Donald Trump is unlikely to implement Project 2025 as the blueprint for his second term, for his administration. And he is instead opting to work with a completely different right-wing think tank called the America First Policy Institute. Now, the Heritage Foundation penned the 900 pages of that policy book for Project 2025. They penned it before Trump was even the nominee for the Republican Party. And all of the reporting around that I had debunked, but people didn't believe me. Now that the election's over, it looks like the media is willing to admit, yeah, it looks like Trump's not going to do Project 2025. But what he is willing to do is potentially implement some of the policies that have been recommended by the America First Policy Institute. So I just want to address something. I was wrong about Project 2025.
Really?
MAGA hates Project 2025, and I thought that Donald Trump actually cared about his base because
in
his first term, he seemed to be swayed by his base.
How do you even live?
Listen to his base.
How are you even alive? How did you remember to breathe? How did you start your computer? How do you drive a car if you're this dumb?
This time around, not so much. So Russell Vought, as the head of the Office of Management and Budget, And considering what he just did with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau makes it abundantly clear to me that they are implementing Project 2025.
Oh, really? They're implementing Project... Who could have said... What are you talking about? Just fuck everything about this, goddammit. This is what's popular left? Well, the left is dead forever, okay? Sorry. If this is progress, then we're doomed. Like, literally. Just the dumbest fucking idiots. Speaking of which, Kanye inspiring the black youth of the country to go around spraying fucking swastikas everywhere. Black kids, y'all. This is what it means to be edgy in this fucking country right now. 2025 middle schooler spray paints a swastika on a mirror after Kanye West's recent X-Mex down. So edgy. Oh my God, you're so edgy and cool. With this fucking swastika, just... What a trash place. And folks, speaking of Kanye, did you guys hear that apparently, I don't know if this is true, apparently him and his wife, slave, hostage, Bianca Censori, have split and are heading for divorce. What? Apparently they didn't have a prenuptial agreement either. Uh-oh. What a fucking moron. And I heard, y'all, she packed all her shit and she's ready to go. And no, that's too much clothes for her, to be honest with you. I don't believe this because that's too many clothes, all right? She don't need that duct tape. And it's getting grim out here, y'all. It's getting super fucking grim. Even the Democrats admitting that they're fucked. There's nothing they can do. They're completely powerless. Look, listen to how dispirited that Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries sounds.
I'm trying to figure out what leverage we actually have. What leverage do we have? They control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It's their government. What leverage do we have? I'm trying to figure out.
He sounds like he's about to cry, y'all. But he ain't wrong. You don't have nothing you can do. I mean, you guys could get arrested. You guys could fight harder. But you're not going to do that, of course. And last but not least on Trash World, here's Jesse Waters just giving the fucking game away. What he says here is completely true, though, to be honest with you.
It's not really the same. Dana, we are waging a 21st century information warfare campaign against the left, and they are using tactics from the 1990s. They are holding tiny press conferences, tiny little rallies. They're screaming into the ether on MSNBC. This is what you call top-down command and control. You get your talking points from a newspaper, and you put it on the broadcast network, and then it disappears. What you're seeing on the right is asymmetrical. It's like grassroots guerrilla warfare. Someone says something on social media, Musk retweets it, Rogan podcasts it, Fox broadcasts it, and by the time it reaches everybody, millions of people have seen it. It's free money. And we're actually talking about expressing information. They are suppressing information.
No, you guys lie. He's talking about Elon Musk retweets a lie. Joe Rogan picks up that lie, spreads it on the biggest podcast in the world. Fox News picks up the lie, spreads it on the #1 news cable network in the fucking country. And he's right. They have complete information control. The left just does not have the infrastructure. I guess they could have built the infrastructure. They never really had the money to compete. But they definitely did nothing. The left just doesn't support other left-wing content creators like the right does. It just doesn't happen. Yeah, a lot of it's because they don't have money and all that stuff, but they just don't. But it's even beyond that. They simply have the entire infrastructure. They have all the social media websites. They have Facebook, run by Mark Zuckerberg, who is now a Trump supporter. Obviously, Elon Musk, 100% into right-wing narratives. Google, directly in Donald Trump's the right's pocket now. They own everything, right? There's just no way for us to fight back. There's nothing we can do. Like, literally, there's only one thing that I'm not allowed to say. So, whatever. Like, a lot of us tried. We did everything we could. We did everything we could to make sure this country didn't fucking commit suicide, to make sure we didn't let criminals take over. We try to tell the truth. We try to be fair and honest about it, but we tried to scream it from the fucking mountaintops to anybody that would fucking listen. We begged, we pleaded, we told you the fucking truth. We laid all the goddamn evidence, and this country didn't fucking care, right? So what are you going to do? You can't save people that don't want to fucking be saved. All you can do is stand by and fucking watch and try to create a community of like-minded people and support each other through these hard fucking times. And like, I hope we can do that. I hope that we can find comfort in each other, because that's really all we have right now. And all right, get your super chats in. I got a real short. It's only like 5 real quick ones tonight, so don't bail out. I know it's depressing, but let's get through it. Free Palestine, Zionists can lick my balls. And first off, hey, I'm sort of proud for CNN for actually writing a correct headline for once. 2024 was the deadliest year for journalists in over 3 decades. Nearly 70% were killed by Israel, report says, and they didn't sugarcoat it. They were killed by Israel. They were. Remember fucking Joe Biden. We respect journalists all across. We got to remember. Well, he literally funded to kill more journalists that have been killed in 3 decades. These fucking murdering butchers don't give a shit about the free press, about the First Amendment, about journalism in any way. And then Trump went public yesterday and told Benjamin Netanyahu to go ahead and do whatever he wanted to the Palestinian people. I guess since Israel, like they always do, is not honoring the ceasefire, Hamas is like, well, why are we releasing the hostages if you guys are not going to honor the ceasefire? So they paused the release of hostages, and so Donald Trump is like, okay, just go ahead and kill them all, whatever.
I told Bibi, you do whatever you want, because, you know, my statement was they got to come back. Now, the reason I made that statement...
Yeah, I told Bibi, do whatever you want, baby. I mean, you've already genocided them. You already ethnically cleansed them. But go ahead and kill even more children. America, baby. And you guys hear about this goddamn crazy-ass story. Holy fucking God, this one's nuts.
Caught on camera on Miami Beach, 2 men trying to get help after dozens of shots were fired at their car while they were driving. Local 10's crime specialist Bridget Matter is live on Miami Beach tonight with the latest on the arrest made. Bridget.
We're told by police that 1 man shot off at least 17 rounds at 2 other men that were in a car, hitting one of them, grazing the other. He was then arrested soon after that. This is a mugshot for 27-year-old Mordecai Braffman. He's accused of shooting at 2 men in Miami Beach Saturday evening. Police say the suspect passed the 2 victims in another car before he got out and started shooting off Alton Road. Police say this was an unprovoked attack. The 27-year-old shooting off 17 rounds. One of them hit one of the men in the shoulder. This is surveillance video of the men trying to get help. If you look closely, you see the passenger with a gunshot wound and blood on his shirt. The other man was grazed. Police add that when the suspect was arrested, he told detectives, quote, he saw 2 Palestinians and shot and killed both. The victims and the suspect did not know one another.
So these guys were from Israel. These are Jews. This crazy guy passes them, just assumes they're Palestinians, and then decides he's going to murder them simply for being Palestinians. And then he brags about it to the police, folks. This is a direct consequence from Donald Trump using Palestinian as an insult. Imagine wanting to murder Palestinians for nothing other than the fact that you think they're Palestinians and you worship Israel, and you end up shooting a bunch of fucking Jews. Just, holy God, this country is so fucking cooked. Here's the guy, folks.
This is not the time.
Yep, the story's 100% true. An Israeli father and son are on vacation visiting Florida, and they both got shot in their car while driving by a Jewish Miami Beach guy because he mistakenly thought they were Palestinian. Just America at its goddamn finest. This is what it looks like when an empire collapses right in front of your face, y'all. And then, man, I can't believe I ever liked Jerry Seinfeld. I used to watch Seinfeld. Like, he seemed like such a nice guy. Who would have thought he was a demon? Who would have thought he was one of the most vile human beings among us? Who would have thought this is who he is?
Jerry, can I get a selfie? Sure. Free Palestine.
I don't
care about Palestine.
I don't care about Palestine. I don't care. They're not even humans to me. They're like subhuman trash. I don't give a shit. I hope Israel just genocides them all, takes their shit, ethnically clear. I don't care. I don't care. It's hilarious when they die, really, to be honest with you. What is with all these Palestinians? Why aren't they dead already? Just fuck everything about this motherfucker. Surprise party for Jerry Seinfeld. Surprise party. Surprise party. And last but not least, this, folks, right here, is how you do it. This is how you destroy a Zionist. So you guys remember, what is this piece of shit name? This guy used to be Superman. Oh, my God, what a fucking embarrassment. So anyway, he's a Trump dick licker now that doesn't care about the lies of the Palestinian people, and he gets fucking goddamn destroyed by this hero. Let's have a look.
Have you seen the pictures of Gaza? Are you telling me there were Hamas missiles in every single one of those buildings? That's the entirety of the story? Is that Israel just had to blow up this building? Which, by the way, still I don't think would be morally justified. But like, come on, man. Look, like, it's just, again, even to Dean's point, I always find this fascinating because somehow Americans could say this about the people in Hamas and go like, you know, like you said, yeah, I wouldn't like to be kicked out of my neighborhood, but if my government had done October 7th, I'd accept it. Your government, Dean, destroyed Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, Somalia, Yemen, the drone bombing campaign in Pakistan. So like, can you get kicked out of your house now? Is it not ethnic cleansing if we were to kick you out of your neighborhood? This is so ridiculous that we impose these standards on these poor people that we would never dream of holding ourselves to that standard. It's just, it logically makes absolutely no sense. And it doesn't really matter what Hamas's approval rating is, in the same way that it doesn't matter that George W. Bush had record high approval ratings. That doesn't mean that the innocent civilians of the United States of America are fair game, and neither should any other group of civilians be.
They're just so psycho, though. The Christians, they're just bloodthirsty, murderous ghouls. Just so fake. They don't believe anything they say about the Bible. They just want to hurt and kill you. Just crazy. You're fucking animals, man. And that is my Free Palestine for the night. I got these scabs all over my nose. I don't know what happened. I didn't even get these scabs. I didn't do anything, but they just showed up one minute. Fucking hurts. Got fucking herpes on my nose or some shit. God damn it. And all right, get your super chats in. It's time for religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. Folks, you're not gonna believe this. They finally caught one. North Carolina pastor gets 10 years on child porn charges. A former Caldwell County pastor was sentenced to 10 years in prison Thursday after being convicted for possessing child pornography. I wasn't going to cover this anymore, but you guys are like, Dusty, you got to keep reporting on the chomos in the church. Somebody's got to do it. But at least it's been a week, so at least we know there's no more. Bling, bling, bling. Oh, yes. Texas youth pastor arrested in child sexting. 42-year-old Lance Hoffpar was arrested right near his home, and he was accused of sending X-rated messages to an undercover officer who he thought was an underage girl. He was asked for pictures, sending a bunch of different things, and asking a bunch of different stuff. We met the element to charge him with online solicitation of a minor, which is a first-degree felony. What? I can't believe it. Mississippi youth pastor gets 10 years on child sex charges. A former East Tupelo youth pastor will spend the next decade in prison after admitting in court that he had sex multiple times with a 16-year-old church member. 16 will get you 10, apparently. Good luck. I hear pedophiles are very, very popular in prison. Christian youth leader suspected of orchestrating a Ponzi scheme and child sexual abuse commits suicide. Oh, no. Deleted, belly up, this pervert. And I thought this was the same one, but it's a different one, y'all. Yet another youth pastor charged with child porn dies by suicide. This time, a former Troy church volunteer accused of possessing child porn has reportedly taken his own life. Uh-oh. I guess that's better than an alternative. Maryland church teacher guilty of molesting 4 girls. Oh, my God. Just what the fuck? It's not trans people. They got you scared of the trans people. It's not the trans people. You guys are taking your kids to the chomos, to the pedophiles. You guys let your kids get raped. You don't actually care. You don't care about anything. You don't care about your own children. You don't care about your own lives. You care about nothing. And you're going to get a society that cares about nothing. That's what you got. Don't even care about your own kids. Tom Key, son of Faith Life Church founder, is accused of sexually abusing his sister and others. Oh, sure, okay. Let's keep going and give these people money. Why not? They were chosen by God. And speaking of chosen by God, it's crazy how clear it is that if the Antichrist actually existed, and he doesn't, it's Donald Trump. I mean, holy shit. And it seems like a lot of the people that worship Donald Trump, they're like playing in to the notion that he's actually the Antichrist. They're like laughing in the face of other Christians and like sticking it, like rubbing their dicks out of their face. Like this one at Mar-a-Lago, a bizarre golden hoof goat. Come on now. Idol is on display. The idol is wrapped in Trump $100 bills that say, "In Trump we trust," replacing God with Trump. The idol's base says, "I love you," along with Trump's signature. Yeah, I swear the Bible said something about this. Seems like I remember something about worshiping idols, but I don't know. I'm sure it's nothing. And then this one, Revelations 13:3, and I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world marveled and followed the beast. He's going to make you wear his symbol on your forehead. It's the MAGA hat. It's clearly Trump, y'all. It's clearly fucking Trump. God! They don't care. Even if they knew for 100% fact it was Trump, they'd be like, fuck Jesus, whatever. Even calls the vehicle the beast. Don't care. And last but not least, folks, easiest way to sell shit to dummies is to do it in the name of God. Now, this woman sells smoothie bowls. Nothing could have less to do with Jesus Christ than a goddamn smoothie bowl. But if you just tell people that Jesus wanted you to sell smoothie bowls, they will buy smoothie bowls from you. And they will tell themselves they're pious and Christian for doing so. Case in point.
Literally remember thinking, God, I thought my plan, I thought you were going to use me as a Christian blogger or a Christian influencer, like a smoothie bowl? Really? You're going to use a smoothie bowl to reach people. And I just felt the Holy Spirit so gently say, don't limit what I can use. Because if I've asked you to make a smoothie bowl, I can reach somebody through that smoothie bowl. And all I'm looking for is your yes. Will you say yes and will you obey?
I mean, I actually love it. It's genius marketing. I mean, these fucking idiots, yes, Lord, Jesus wants me to buy that smoothie bowl. He's moving hearts to Jesus with your smoothie bowl. Just, oh my God. Too stupid to live, and yet you do. God love you. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening. Wish I had me a smoothie bowl, to be honest with you. I'd lick that smoothie bowl up. What the fuck is happening? I'm not nearly drunk enough. I wish I was, God damn it. Evangelicals want to intercom. As long as they go first, I'm fine with it. I wish Jesus would come back. Know what the fuck he's waiting for. And all right, folks. Hey, get your super chats in. We got a quick what the fuck coming up. Followed by 2 Karens. And then a Beyond Parody section to finish you guys off. But first, it's time for... What the fuck? And holy shit, folks! This next video is so crazy, you guys aren't going to believe it. It's so crazy, you guys are going to insist it's AI. But this is not AI, folks. I checked. This is one of those stories you wouldn't believe if you didn't see the footage. It's not AI, folks. This is real. So, this guy was out filming his son, I guess, in like a little canoe or whatever out in the ocean, and a whale swallows his son in front of him. And he calmly films as the whale swallows his son and then spits him back up. Watch this shit. There his son is out there just paddling along. Next thing you know, yep, he got Jonah'd. You got Jonah'd. Oh, shit. I didn't believe that story was true. Now I do. Why are you still recording? I guess he's like, well, fuck. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Might as well have video evidence that my son got fucking Jonah'd. And then...
Hey!
Yeah! Get the fuck out of there! What? I just got swallowed by a whale! Yeah, run! Where am I gonna run? It's a fucking whale! Yeah! We shouldn't be out here! We should not be out here! Go home! That's some crazy ass shit, yo. It definitely fits the what the fuck, don't it? Yeah, just proves the Bible is true. I'm a believer. And then, first thing you know, Donald Trump fired hundreds of FAA employees despite 4 deadly crashes on his watch. Yep, hundreds of FAA employees fired. Hey, what's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, another plane crash today. They locked it. All right, fuck you then. I got another video of it. Did you guys see this shit? They deleted everything. What the goddamn hell? Why you deleting everything? Anyway, the plane was upside down. Did you guys fucking see it, motherfucker? God damn you, son of a holy goddamn shit, motherfucker. Whatever. Fucking Reddit. Anyway, the plane was upside down. They all lived, but it was crazy as shit. Fuck this universe. And that is my what the fuck section. You didn't see it anyway. Just trust me. It was some crazy. It was a plane upside down that crashed, y'all. They were crawling out of it. It was nuts. Yeah, a Delta flight flipped over in Toronto. That's literally what I'm talking about right now. And, all right, mirror along, folks. Get your super chats in. I got 2 really quick Karens. Let's see if this thing skips. Yes. Motherfucker, why's it skipping? Fuck you, thing.
You should be careless.
It's obvious you're completely out of touch. Guys, bitch, you're caring too much. Wait for the ding. Yay! And first up, oh, tonight's caring too much. This is what Donald Trump encourages, folks. He gives them permission to be the worst versions of themselves they can possibly be. Racist Karen gets mad at a DoorDasher for parking in a mobile order spot.
Again. Say it again. This Karen, she thinks she's gonna cover her face. What? What were you gonna say?
You're a
What'd
bitch.
you say?
Are you illegal?
I'm illegal?
Are you illegal?
That is none of your business and none of your concern.
Yeah, it is. I pay taxes.
That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with you?
Trump.
That's a mobile order.
Yeah.
I picked up a mobile order.
It's America.
How do you
America.
know I'm illegal? What? Okay, so then be quiet. Don't ask that question. You're very racist. That is racist. You're a Karen. You're a Karen. Don't ever do that again. I hope you get your karma.
Cheryl, I'm your number 3. Yeah, because
Shut up. Shut up. And you just called me an illegal. Go home. Go home. Get your fucking license plate. Miss Girl.
No, here it is, David
This girl here
Shane.
wants to be racist, call me an illegal because what? Because I got my mobile order? And I'm a cunt? Bitch, what? You are fucking a sad bitch.
Yeah, I'm America. Are you illegal? Yeah.
They're so evil. They're just gleefully fucking evil. Like if I believed in demons, that's as close to demon possession I've ever fucking seen. Just the most horrible human beings, continuously showing the love of Christ. And one more on the Caring Too Much section. This one from Tizzy. Help Tizzy hunt this guy down. Name and shame.
What country are you from? What country are you from?
Culver City, California, you're up. This was posted by Mr. Checkpoint. He tagged me in it. We're going to see if we can help identify who this is. The woman who submitted this video to him said that she was parked on a public street there, and this guy seemed to be upset that she was in like the last spot, even though it's a public place anyone can park in, and began trying to intimidate her and talking to her about, oh, where are you from? Are you a U.S. citizen or not?
Is that your brother? What country are you from? What country are you from? Are you American? I don't think you're a citizen.
Now, that young lady is here on a school visa. Her first language is Portuguese, and she's here, among other things, to improve her English. She said this guy was driving with his family and that he reeked of alcohol. She did get this picture of his car.
Seems drunk.
She said when she finally got out of the car and tried to walk away, that he came up and got right up in her face and was intimidating her further. Now, she's afraid to return to her car because she's afraid he lives around there and there might be another confrontation. Yeah, this behavior is not okay. This is not going to fly.
No, this is Trump's America, though. This guy won, though. These are the roll us. He knows he does. Trump gives you permission to be the worst version of yourself you can be, and man, they're fucking giddy. It's big at Christmas, y'all. Welcome to the new America, and that is my Karen Too Much section. Hadn't done that in a while. Less Karens out there, it seems. Maybe it's my imagination. But good. And got one more section coming up. I lied. We got two more. We got some Beyond Parody. Got a good long Beyond Parody section. Followed by a couple heroes. So get your super chats in while you're able. But for now, time to finish you guys off with a happy ending. I love how conservatives just make up shit to get mad about. I don't even know where they're fucking coming from, to be honest with you. So I am Mouse Chong, you know, the Malaysian foreign agent that gets paid by Elon Musk to pretend he's an American conservative and interfere in our elections. Got 47,000 views for posting this Dallas Cowboy cheerleader dancing. Nice looking girl. And saying, this is everything the hideous left hates. The fuck you talking about? When did the left hate scantily clad women? That's like one of the best parts about being in the left. We respect all women to dress however they want to be sexy if they want to decide what they want to do with their own fucking bodies. What are you talking about? It's always been conservative Christians that have been lame about this kind of thing, that have been prudes, that have always tried to slut shame people. It's just like crazy, like literally the opposite of what is happening. 47,000 likes just for nothing. It's just crazy. And folks, if it wasn't for shit like this, I would actually feel sorry for I Am Mouse Chong. I'm still inside of my heart somewhere, this deep, dark, cold, black heart of mine. There's a little bit of empathy in there, and I almost feel bad for I Am Mouse Chong. God knows he's one of the ugliest sacks of shit to ever fucking live. His personality, even uglier. Just a hideous troll of a human being that clearly never kissed a girl, never had a girl who gave him a second look, held his hand, held his inch, anything. And I feel sorry for people like that because there's loneliness in that. And even for the dregs of goddamn humanity, I still have a little bit of sorrow in my heart for somebody who's so fucking unfuckable and lonely like I Am Mouse Chong. If he wasn't such a giant fucking piece of shit and didn't deserve every goddamn horrible thing that came to him. Which is why I don't give a fuck about this next one. This is brutal though, y'all. So he posts this. I Am Mouse Chong posts a picture of him and a girl. I was trying to think of a funny caption to post, but I have nothing really to say apart from Dubai is pretty awesome. Now it's clear why he's posting this picture with this girl. He's trying to make it seem like, hey, Dubai's awesome. I got a girl that likes me. I'm not a fucking unfuckable incel like everybody thinks. I'm not a ugly fucking troll doll like everybody seems to think. I can actually get a decent looking girl, y'all. She immediately posts underneath it, I'm not the girlfriend. He is my ex-husband's friend. Oh no, what? She fucked him. Beerton says, this post gives me hope. You can be the ugliest chud on the planet, but as long as you have a Twitter clout, you can bag a girlfriend. And she immediately is like, I'm not his girlfriend. I would never like this ugly sack of shit. I'm not even his friend. It's my ex-husband's friend. Oh my God. I'm not going to say kill yourself, but if this happened to me, I would kill myself instantly. I would kill myself. You guys think that's photoshopped? Which part of this? I don't think that's real, though. I think you posted that. And, ouch. Yes, ouch. And this is awkward, folks. It's almost like Trump supporters are full of shit, aren't about anything. First off, Peter Lombard, who's a popular right-wing influencer, says, hey, Inflation Joe. Even his former chief of staff, Ryan Klain, criticized Biden for not doing enough on inflation and talking too much about bridges while egg and milk prices are rising, according to audio obtained by Politico. That's right, Inflation Joe. Didn't do enough. That's why we got to vote for Trump. Then he says, typical wealthy white guy who has never been in a grocery store missed the fact that inflation, avocado prices hit highest level in more than 20 years in 2022. That was on Biden and his inflation cost Harris the election. That's right. This guy super duper cares about inflation, the price of grocery. He don't care who's president. The president's responsible for, I'm just kidding. Because now he's like, would somebody tell the assholes at Midas Touch that the president is not responsible for the egg prices increase? As he spread a bird flu, poultry farmers, blah, blah, blah. It's not Trump's fault. It's too late. They don't actually care about any fucking thing they say. They're the people of nothing. Another example of this. Cat turd. Watching all the Bernie bros cry about my reply makes me happy. RFK Jr. is a fraud. He's a far left loon. He's always been a far left loon. And he'll always be a far left loon. Anyone who supports this phony might as well vote for the kid sniffer. Consistency will never change. Oh, yeah, of course. Now he's like, dear liberals, RFK is about to be confirmed. I love it. I love it. Woo! Greatest day ever. Woo! Just good God. Nothing they say means anything. There's no reason to ever talk to them. And isn't it weird how all conservative women look like purge masks now? Why? Don't do this out to yourself, conservative women. Just grow old gracefully. Don't purge yourself. And never realized it. You guys know who piece of shit quarterback Patrick Mahomes is? He went to the Super Bowl recently with the Kansas City Chiefs, but apparently he is a Trump nut hooker. A complete joke, imbecile of a man. Well, apparently somebody realized that he sounds exactly like Kenny Powers. He's literally a parody of himself. Close your eyes and see if you can tell the difference between these two voices.
Started off, they actually threw a nice party for us at the hotel. The Chainsmokers came through. DJ Khaled came through. I had the goddamn Spoon Man from the Soundgarden videos coming to my shit. No way. Oh, yeah. I'm talking 6 grills burning at all times. Tiki torches, 3 whole pigs, fucking shitloads of macaroni and cheeses, baked potatoes.
It's the same voice! He's Kenny Powers! Oh my God, he's Kenny Powers! What?
Started off, they actually threw a nice party for us at the hotel.
Crazy as shit. Hey, dude, I don't think you want to be Kenny Powers. I don't think so. Anyway. And this is a pretty good comeback, to be honest with you. This says, Hulk Hogan says he could not understand a word during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Which is easy to understand because Kendrick Lamar had to censor the N-word. So, yeah, that's the only word Hulk Hogan was going to understand. Hulk Hogan famously for saying the N-word. Look that up. He does say that. He called The Rock that, in fact, on audio. And, yeah, Kenny Powers is a great show. Eastbound and Down. Fucking love that show. And that. I am our cat turd. Hey, at least this time I know cat turd's going to be consistent. Cat turd. After RFK Jr. admitted to supporting full-term abortions today, in my opinion, anyone who still supports him is pure evil. There is no gray area here for me. No gray area. It's black and white as it can possibly be, motherfuckers. If you support him, you are evil. No gray area. 100% of people who support RFK Jr. are evil, according to Cat Turd. Also, Cat Turd, McConnell just voted no on RFK Jr. What a giant piece of shit. Yeah, no consistency, baby. Hey, don't try to find any consistency. It doesn't matter. It's a team sport. As long as you're on their team, you can literally do fucking anything. And if they consider you on the opposite team, you're the most evil human who ever lived. That's how it fucking works. Doesn't matter what they fucking say. And guys, I hate to share Destiny's clip because Destiny is the worst among us, right? Just an irredeemable sack of shit, child murder apologist, Zionist, evil scumbag. However, it is not hard at all to slap the shit out of Piers Morgan's bitch-ass mouth because nothing he says is logical or reasonable or whatsoever. So all Destiny had to do was ask him a very simple childlike question to expose how stupid his positions are. Let's have a look.
I've got a 13-year-old daughter, and I got to say, if I was living in America, I would be very exercised about this, and particularly if she had to share changing rooms with biological men.
I think I'd be more worried about my daughter dying in Texas, like trying to get a medical procedure done, because I'm pretty sure there have been 3 deaths now so far in Texas of young women that are pregnant that can't have medical procedures done because the doctors have to be so careful when they're doing them that they can't accidentally abort a fetus, because then they'll be held liable for crimes. So I think these are things I'd be worried about more than trans athletes, which are
more than a woman potentially
anything.
being killed in a boxing ring by a trans athlete.
How many times has this happened?
Well, it hasn't yet, but if
exactly.
it carries on.
Exactly, but it already has happened with the abortion thing. So that's what
Well, it hasn't happened. And I mean, people almost never die in boxing matches. And there's so few boxing matches between trans people and cis people that the odds of a cis woman dying in a boxing match is practically zero. But this is what I'm really worried about. This thing that has no chance of happening. I'm a very serious person. Just good God. It's so stupid. It's literally fucking boring. And same show, folks. Ignore Destiny on this one. Destiny has nothing to do with this one. The funny part about this, so this cretin over, this right-wing cretin, is about to bitch about the fact that Joe Biden banned plastic straws and give Donald Trump credit for bringing back plastic straws. He's about to decry how paper straws are full of deadly chemicals. Let's see if you can find the hypocrisy in this.
Like, they dissolve the drinks into the mouth. And they have all sorts of chemicals, preservatives in the paper.
Oh my God, you smell a cigarette!
They dissolve the drinks into the mouth. And they have all sorts of chemicals, preservatives in the paper.
Yes, I would hate for you to get some kind of chemicals or paper into your body. Oh my God, these people, you can't even make fun of them. You can't make fun of them. It's just too dumb. And last but not least, on my Beyond parody, and before I play this one, cringe warning for those susceptible to cringe-induced injuries. Oh my God! So folks, I gotta admit, I'm bitter. Because the next gentleman I'm about to show you is 1,000 times more popular than me. For seemingly no reason. Is he talented? No. Is he smart? No. Is he funny? No. Is he good looking? No. Does he have anything that I don't? No. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that other left-wingers are supporting. This is so embarrassing. So, Ethan Klein is obsessed with ugly-ass Hassan Piker. I know he's ugly, right? I got it. I get it, right? It's hard not to pay attention to somebody so abhorrent. But get over it, Ethan! What the fuck? Obviously, like, you're obsessed, and it's weird and strange. How much you to sit around and think about Hassan Piker all the time? He barely ever talks about you. Just get a fucking life, dude. Anyway. Here he is claiming that he's good at rapping, and he's about to rap a song about Hassan Piker, y'all. I apologize for everything you're about to see.
Oh, here we go. This is, people say now when I talk about Hassan, I'm Kendrick Lamar talking about Drake. Which I'll fucking take that. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. And I hate the way that he sneak disses, which he does.
Oh.
When I catch flight, it will be direct, which is true. That's me.
You're just like Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, as far as these lyrics go, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the same
I get confused sometimes.
Also, I'm a good rapper.
He's a good rapper, y'all.
That's true. Are you?
I'm very creative, and I'm a good rapper.
Okay.
He's very creative, and he's a good rapper, y'all. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
Also, Dan, I'm for the culture.
That I don't
God.
I don't think you should say that.
Zach, why do you do this?
I don't know if that's offensive, but it feels offensive. It just didn't feel right.
Yo, Hassan, how's that Gucci bag? Why are you draining that shit? You got those 1,200 jeans on. It makes you look like working class shit. You broke. You dumb. You well, you're not broke, actually. You have money, but you pretend like you're poor. And your dad probably had... Oh, and also, Hassan, you've had sex with a... It's a naughty word. EDOT. In the house. Yeah. Okay, Hassan. You say you're a socialist. Let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Here comes a capitalist boy. He's got the facts and the story on his side. But Hassan got shit. So let's take it to the books. Okay. So Marx says you gotta own the means of capitalism, but he's just a dumb loser fuck. What did he ever do in his life except sit at home and cry and bitch and write a fucking book? Marx is a loser. He's dumb fucking bitch. Try shaving your beard. He's a Jewish self-hating Jew, and he's got no fucking super weird.
Hey.
No, I'm serious.
Don't come for the beard.
Marks, he fucking hated Jewish people.
Hold on.
Oh my God. What the fuck was that? You're the worst rapper ever. Oh my God. Please never do that again. Please stop. Please get help, dude. Please retire. What? Oh, fuck everything about this anyway. Yikes. And I died cringe too. That was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. And one more section, folks. We got a Heroes coming up. So last chance to get your super chat. Said, yeah, go on that motherfucker instantly. Yep, I think we all died. We're all ghosts now. That was bad, and you should feel bad about it. Hey, Ethan, you're not a good rapper. You're not at all. You're worse than me somehow, and I am not good. I could freestyle all over your goddamn ass. That's for fucking sure, though. Doesn't seem like his mind works quick enough to do that. You got to be kind of quick on your feet and kind of clever and shit. And he's just not. He's just weird and creepy and strange dude. And all right, we're along, folks. Last chance. It's time for We Could Be Heroes. And first up, Murder Bay! Murder Bay back in the news, and apparently he has put his first message out to his adoring public. Let's read it. Murder Bay says, I am overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who has written me to share their stories and express their support. Powerfully, this support has transcended political, racial, and even class divisions. Don't be a class traitor, Luigi. Stick with the one that brought you to the dance. As mail has flooded MDC from across the country and around the globe. Wow, it is impossible for me to reply to most letters. Do it! What else you got to do? You got plenty of time. Please know that I read every one that I receive. Me too, I read all the messages you guys send me. If I don't reply, doesn't mean that I don't love you. Thank you again to everyone who took the time to write. I look forward to hearing more in the future. Hey, I look forward to your future work if they don't kill you, Luigi. Free Luigi! And that big shout out to Marlon Wayans. Responded to Soulja Boy, calling him a homophobic slur for supporting his transgender child. I dare you support your child and love them unconditionally. Soulja Boy, that faggot shit run in the family, huh? Marlon Wayans, no wonder you like dressing up as a bitch. It's in your blood. So tiring. So tiring. Got 22,000. I guess Marlon got 20,000 likes. Anyway, Marlon says, if Soulja Boy had a career, he could get canceled for this type of slander. Luckily, he ain't been relevant since 2007. Oh, snap! But I mean, what kind of piece of shit hates on somebody for loving their kid, man? Imagine that's where you're at in your fucking life, and you don't like do any kind of deep soul searching to figure out where you went wrong and try to self-correct. Just good God, Soulja Boy. Pathetic as fuck. And last but not least, big shout out to everybody protesting. I guess everybody feels kind of like powerless, right? The only thing they think they can do is protest. And I guess I ain't trying to shit on them because, I mean, at least you're doing something, right? You're out there doing something. But all across the country, major cities see no King's Day protest. Union Square, stop the fascist coup. They're protesting against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Union Square rally, all over the place. Resist. Lots of people already here at Union Square. Hell no. Musk plus Dodge must go. Resist. Dick traitor. Cure racism. New Yorkers are outraged all over the place. I mean, so like, big ups to you guys. I know you're doing whatever you can. Unfortunately, I'm just going to tell you guys straight. This isn't going to do anything. They don't care. They don't give a shit if you protest them. They laugh about it. In fact, they like it because they think they're upsetting you, and that's all they care about. These protests are going to do nothing. Voting does nothing. There is only one thing that is going to fix this, and it's not something I think is going to happen. It's not something I've been calling for it to happen. I'm not saying that anybody should do anything illegal or anything. I'm just saying that this is going to do nothing. They don't care about it. We're past the protest point. We're past that. So, but I don't know. I'm not trying to disparage you. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Like, do whatever you can do, I guess. And that is my heroes list for this evening. And that's my show, folks. Hey, if you bail out, please hit the like button before you go. Please go sign up my Patreon. Do it. It'll make you feel so good to your bones. And you get to help these little cute motherfuckers too. I appreciate you. So leave a comment if you're watching the replay. The algorithm loves comments. Just type something and hit enter. And join me again on Wednesday for another episode of the world's finest program. I'll be back, folks. I'm going to do 3 shows this week. I need the money. I'll pay out the IRS. So come hang out with me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Don't miss. Carly Mickle, $5. Clap. Hey, love you, Carolyn. Good to see you tonight. And Metametheus, if the Delta rollover is a white male pilot, the maggots will say he managed to save lives. They'll find someone to blame DI. There's somewhere along the line, some woman or black person worked for the airline somewhere who's responsible. And 10 more for Brenda Cuvée. Fuck yeah, that's the way you do it, Brenda. Hero shit. I really appreciate you. And if you got a ticket, join me on tonight's after party coming up immediately after the show. So glad you're here, Dustin. I'm glad you're here, Sanctuary Inc. Good to see you tonight. Welcome to Dustin Buddy Paul. Hey, spam that chat with impunity. You heard it. And all right, I think I got them all. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you, Mr. Edson. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Kevin, for all the gifted tickets tonight. Great show. Thanks, Essie. Thank you, Dianaros. And Money, grab the care. Woo-woo, grab the care. Thank you both. I appreciate you. I think it's time for a big surprise party. We're going to do it. Not a surprise party. After party, but yes, surprise party. Billionaires love surprise parties. They love tickets to see the Titanic, y'all. So, love the shit out of you guys. I'll be back Wednesday, day after to goddamn tomorrow. Be here before you know it. So, I will see you guys soon. I love the shit out of you. Let's do a quick kitty party here. Let me just play a random fucking song. Let's see what I got. I'm gonna click on anything. Let's see what this is. Fuck it, that'll work. All right, who wants it?
This world rewards evil, so he lost all his fucks. Now he revels in watching the fall of mankind.
All right, we got Half-Stash Pretty Boy, Piper, Violent, and Precious. The usual crew tonight in the kitty party.
It's time for the Evil Dusty Show.
Time for the Evil Dusty After Party. Coming up next. I love the shit out of you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Night, everybody.
Show. It's time for the Evil Dusty Show. It's time for the Evil Dusty Show. You're all
show. Switch over now.